Hi, man. The Atlantic League champion York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by People's Bank, Wellspan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dent's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good morning, everyone, from Clipper Magazine Stadium here in downtown Lancaster. Welcome to game number 73 of York Revolution baseball. Today, the series finale in this four-game set. Revs going for the split, a morning game here at the Clip, and the final visit of the 2018 season for the Revs, which is probably a good thing. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Michael Marcantonini. Welcome to Revs Baseball. A few short hours after a debacle that ended in an 11-inning loss last night. 4-3 was the final. We'll hear from Mace for the on-field perspective of what went on last night, and it wasn't just the Revs that were really livid with the delay. It was the Barnstormers as well. Both teams were pretty heated with the way things turned last night, but it was Lancaster coming back to get the win. And Michael, a game in which the Revs had absolutely zero breaks go their way, straight down to really two of the last three batters of the entire game. Jared Mitchell inches away from giving the Revs a lead. Coronado knocked it down at first, and then he wins it on a ball that gets out in right field by inches. Today, they're looking to ride Robert Carson, put all that frustration from just a few short hours ago behind them.
Well, the ball that Mitchell hit last night in the 11th inning kind of sums up the entire night. I mean, on any other night, you expect to get at least one break, and that's probably the break you get with that ball going over the tip of his glove, but it just didn't work out that way. But like you said, Rob on the mound today, he got some extra rest last night. He didn't have to sit through the entire debacle. So he's going to be well rested, ready to go. He's already made one start since the break, so it's not like this is his first time coming back since that layoff. So I expect Rob to go out there and get first pitch strikes and get ahead of guys, pitch his game, and hopefully use his breaking balls to his advantage, because when he has all his pitches working, he's really tough to hit, being able to mix things up, pitch guys backwards, things like that.
Now will be Robert Carson against Nate Reed here this morning, a camp day game over here in Lancaster. Revs 5-4 in the second half, Lancaster 3-6. Revs going for the series split today. We'll take a timeout. We'll hear from Mace on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report up next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Join the York Community Courier on Tuesday, July 24th for Community Courier Night at the York Revolution. Watch your mailbox for the York Community Courier with a coupon for free admission and to find out how your donation to the York County Food Bank could help you win prizes donated by local businesses. You'll find the York Community Courier in the York County mailbox every week and online every day at townlively.com. The York Community Courier serves as your weekly community newspaper containing local news on community events, organizations, churches, weddings, engagements, and more. The York Community Courier and townlively.com are here to bring communities together to strengthen where we live, work, and play. We hope to see you at People's Bank Park on July 24th for Community Courier Night.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
Maysville last night ended up unfortunately being marred by the delay and a tough loss, and a lot of people were wondering what was going on. Obviously, we saw the delay was for fireworks, but what was your role in the discussion, and what were you presented with when that became a factor that nobody knew about ahead of time and nobody was expecting until basically the end of the game?
Well, what happened was at the top of the ninth inning, Nate Caldwell, the home plate umpire, and the general manager here came over and said to me, you know, we have fireworks curfew tonight, and we have to have them fired off by 11 o'clock. So the latest we could start was going to be 9:52. Well, at that point, the Barnstormers had their guy on the mound ready to pitch the ninth inning, and I was just getting sides up for the bottom of the ninth. And, you know, so then the discussion was, well, we should stop it now then to make sure we get it in, because my concern was if the game continued, whether their guys pitching or we're trying to get Sides hot in the bullpen, or Sides is in the middle of the bottom of the ninth inning, and next thing you know, 9:52 comes, are we going to stop the game right there, and for how long? And so there was a lot of unknowns at that point. You know, so, I mean, unfortunately, the way it worked out, instead of ending the game before 9:52, they ended up tying the game. Then we had the fireworks show, and then we came back out and played another inning and a half. So, I mean, it was just kind of frustrating, I guess, because nobody was aware, at least on our end, that we were going to have any fireworks display last night, and that there was any curfew or anything of that nature. So I think some of the discussions that went on there in the ninth inning were, I mean, it was new to me. And, you know, I know the players, they're not too happy about it when we left here at 1:30 in the morning the night before, and 12:30 last night, and then 11 a.m. game today. So, I mean, the delay, you know, when we're worried about pace of play and all kind of things like that, we end up posting a 4-hour and 16-minute game last night, which I don't think that's too much concern about pace of play at that point.
Yeah, and the I guess it was 23 minutes for the fireworks on top of that, so it was really 4 hours and 39 minutes. I don't know about you, I don't know about the players. For me, it was less than 4 hours of sleep, and you're back at it here today. But I know for at least a moment, you didn't know if Sides should go ahead and get hot or not. Is there any chance that uncertainty affected his inning last night when he came in?
No, you know, I don't think so, because, you know, he really hadn't started throwing when they came over to talk to me. He was up to get going, but, you know, I just told him to hold up, and then after we had the discussion, I told him to go ahead and get going. So, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say that had really anything to do with it, because we were out on the field, you know, pretty quick. You know, and we had an opportunity. We could have ended the game before the fireworks. So I think it was just the uncertainty and not being notified of what was going on, where, you know, even the first night when you meet at home plate, you always talk about game times and, you know, batting practice times, and if there's anything special going on. And, you know, the first night at home plate, maybe somebody should have said, look, we have fireworks on Wednesday night and we have an 11 p.m. curfew, so, you know, if by chance the game is still going on, we're going to have to stop it for that. But, you know, there was no communication on that whatsoever, and, you know, so it ended up being what it was, which was, you know, it was a little rough as far as being caught off guard, I think, is the main thing. But, you know, it was what it was, and we're back here. We had an 8 o'clock bus this morning, and I think I'm going on like 2 hours of sleep, and I'm sure the ball players don't have too much more than that. But, you know, it's 11 a.m. game, and, you know, it's a new day.
Yeah, and really no breaks went this team's way last night either, but you come back today, you've got Carson looking to ride him hopefully, and did he even, I didn't see him at the end, did he even leave last night to go home and get rest for this?
Yeah, I let him leave. I mean, I let him go. It was somewhere around maybe the 7th inning or something like that. I let him go so he could get some rest, but and that's not uncommon. We do that with our pitchers that are going to pitch the day game. You know, he charted the game last night, so he charted the game, and then when we got to like the 7th inning, I told him, I said, go ahead and go so he can get some rest. And I know it seems like kind of favoritism toward a pitcher when you got position players out there that aren't getting the leave, but position players aren't going to throw 100 pitches today either, and everything starts and ends with the guy on the mound, so you got to try to make sure he's the most rested of anybody.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck today.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Barnstormers getting set to take the field. We'll take one final pregame break. Starting lineups and first pitch from Lancaster coming up.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a Kona Ice birthday party at People's Bank Park. Parties include a 2-hour feast, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey, a ceremonial first pitch, and a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays in the Kona Ice birthday zone during a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Dale E. Anstein is a personal injury law firm that specializes in auto and motorcycle accidents, workers' compensation, and personal injury cases. Anstein has been proudly protecting the injured in Central PA for more than 40 years and is proud to support the York Revolution. At Dale E. Anstein, consultations are always free, and there is no fee unless they win the case for you. To learn more about Dale E. Anstein, or if you're in need of representation, go to AnsteinLaw.com. That's ANSTINE law.com.
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
When your kids are bored, your garage is overflowing, and your patio furniture is on its last legs, you need Penn Dutch Structures. Our selection of Amish-crafted sheds, swing sets, gazebos, and outdoor furniture includes everything you need to play, relax, and entertain all year long. Shop our impressive selection of in-stock structures or work with our professionals to customize a made-to-order structure that meets all your needs. Visit Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury, located off I-83 on the Susquehanna Trail. That's Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury.
Need to get some cash? No problem. Head to Royal Farms, step up to the ATM, and
get your cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Yep, that's the way we do it at Royal Farms. Some retailers charge to use their ATMs. We don't. Our ATMs are surcharge free, so you can always get
cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Anytime at all Royal Farms ATMs.
A bank or credit card fee may apply.
Buying or selling? The auction houses of Dover and Mount Royal have you covered. From selling full estates to taking consignments on good, clean merchandise. Join us for weekly in-house auctions at Mount Royal. With food served during weekly auctions and 3 certified appraisers on staff, our friendly and courteous team will make the process easy and enjoyable. We offer a great deal on real estate, selling at 3% instead of real estate agents' commission rate of 6%. For more information, visit our Facebook page, call us at 717-963-3190, or visit our websites at www.theauctionhouseofdover.com and www.mtroyalauction.com.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Just about game time here in Lancaster this morning. Nate Reed going through his warm-ups. They had a bunch of kids spill out onto the field with the Barnstormers as they head off to their seats now. The Revs lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. It'll be Jared Mitchell in right field leading things off. Alexi Casillas, second baseman, batting second. Isaiah Tejeda will DH and bat third. Melky Mesa is in left field hitting cleanup. By the way, Tejeda hitting third means a day off for Dotel. Michael Burgess at first base is batting fifth. Ryan Dent, the shortstop, hits sixth. Jose Cuevas, third baseman, batting seventh. Tyler Clark will catch and bat eighth. And Travis Witherspoon in center hits ninth. Again, Mitchell, Casilla, Tejeda, Mesa, Burgess, Dent, Cuevas, Clark, and Witherspoon. For the Revs, that lineup facing Nate Reed, who's ready to go. He's 6-3, 3.75 ERA and 13 starts. pitched in the All-Star game. He's logged 62 1/3 innings, 57 hits. Opponents hitting just 243. 24 walks, 53 strikeouts. Member of a Revs playoff team 2 years ago as a reliever. And now in his second stint with Lancaster, his second year back in his second stint. Although I guess really his third stint, because he was signed by the Red Sox several years back after he was initially here. They cannot get the children off the field quickly enough. Nate Reed is ready and waiting.
They also can't get the music turned off quick enough.
Goodness.
I mean, yesterday, first pitch was almost out of Gardner's hands and the music was still going.
Imagine that we're waiting over here. And here is our Dasher Investment Services first pitch. It is just outside. We are underway at 11:05 a.m. Last night's game ended at 11:45 p.m. Pitch to Mitchell is outside. It is 2-0. It was 4 hours and 16 minutes without the delay, 4:39 with it. Mitchell hitting at 264, swung the bat well last night. Pitch is swung on and fouled back. In last night's game, he was 3 for 5. Denied of a go-ahead hit, though, with Nate Coronado leaping to knock down his drive that appeared ticketed for the right field line in the 11th inning. And to settle for an infield single. The 2-1, and he swings, skies this one foul and out of play, left field side. He stole 2 bases last night. He's got 5 steals in this series, giving him 20 for the year, and now 70 in his Revs career, moving ahead of Scott Grimes for second in team history last night. Only Wilson Valdez with 88 has stolen more than Mitchell. And time asked for as he backs out. He's got a real chance to break that record this year.
He does, and if he keeps running at this pace that we've seen this series, he will.
2-2, and a swing and a miss. Reed gets him going up in the zone to start the day. Strikeout to begin things for the Barnstormers lefty.
Reed's had a lot of success against the Revs. He struck out 18 batters in only 15 innings against them this year. That's coming in. Got off to a good start there. And the Revs have had better success against left-handers lately. Early in the season, it was really rough. But Mace has a heavily right-handed lineup again, and then the switch hitter, Casilla.
Here is Alexi. He swings, bounces one up the middle. That'll get on through. Base hit for Casilla, who came in today hitting at 313, which is good for 6th in the league. He singles in the first pitch he sees.
If only we had gotten that single last night in the top of the 11th out of Alexi, but it's a good approach. Swinging first pitch, getting a pitch out in front of the zone, and staying up the middle with it. Alexi has done an excellent job in that 2-hole, your prototypical 2-hole hitter. Can move runners when the leadoff man gets on, or he can start it himself.
And now here is Tejeda, who DHs today and bats 3rd in the order. He was 3 for 4 with a home run on Tuesday night. Last night, 1 for 3, drove in 2. First pitch is over for a strike. He gave them the lead twice. RBI single in the 6th, sac fly in the 8th. Both times, however, Lancaster tied it in the ensuing inning. As Tejeda readjusts, he's got the shades on under the batting helmet. Here in a sun-splashed morning. Reed stares at Alexi, gets a little more. Pitch is lobbed as time was called right as he went to throw it. Reed finished the motion, but lobbed it up to the plate. Timeout given late. Buzz Albert, our plate ump today. Derek Moshe at first. Nate Caldwell, who was irritated with the delay as well last night, he's at 3rd. Reed the 0-1, and it's across for a strike. Caldwell didn't know anything about it either. He had to come over and be part of the discussion with both managers. He wasn't happy, and he came out when the lights were still off and just stood at home plate at attention waiting for anything as Reed misses in the dirt 1-2. He just stood there at attention at the plate waiting for the lights to come back on, and I guess for him to be told that it was okay to play again. What a mess it was. Here's the stretch. And the 1-2. Swing and a floater foul straight back. And Tejeda will make Reed do it again. Barnstormers are in their alternate striped jerseys with some combination of black, red, and white thrown about the uniform. Revs are in their alternate navy blue with the gold and white. Casilla held at first by Casey Hobson. Reed stares at him and throws that direction. Alexi's back standing.
Well, Alexi's probably not going, but at least getting it in the head of Reed that he might go is something, and forcing him to worry about him over there, not keep all his attention on the batter Tejeda.
The 1-2, and it's down and in, blocked by Castile, sliding over toward Tejeda's feet. That was in near Tejeda's back foot. Tejeda caught Nate Reed a good bit when Reed was a reliever for the 2016 Revs. Isaias that year batted .356 in a partial season. .300 for the Revs last year with 17 jacks. Staring at first, Reed will come home, and a swing and a foul back again. Tejeda continues to make him work. You know, another thing, we mentioned this last night, for the Revs to not be staying over here but to commute, it's really, any time that York and Lancaster would play an 11 a.m., it is the roughest 11 a.m. for the visiting team that there is in the league. Commuting back and forth, not staying near the park. Now a snap throw, Casilla dives back. Next week, Long Island is here for a midweek series, but all those games are at night. You could send them home early.
Yeah, you think it's a coincidence that the schedule is made that way? But
I maybe don't.
It really is a disadvantage.
Now Reed home, and a swing and a drive, left center field. Sanford on the run, fairly deep into the gap, but he'll run it down. Tejeda didn't quite get all of it. Casilla tags, forces the throw to at least come in quickly. He'll stay at first with 2 down in the inning.
Nothing's dropping out there with Sanford's wheels. But like you said, he didn't get all of that one. It did carry a bit. And a good at-bat from Tejeda. He's looked great in the box since making his season debut 2 nights ago.
Now here's Malky. The Revs have never hosted Lancaster in an 11 a.m. The Barnstormers hosting the Revs in one twice this season. First pitch to Mesa, that's inside a ball. But yeah, Long Island, I'm sure, would have appreciated the early exit next week.
Yeah.
They'll play at night and get home at 4 in the morning.
Some schedule ideas for next year already.
Yeah, this is the 1-0. This one bounced toward third, that's foul.
There's going to be 9 or so games, 9 or 10, maybe even more if they go back to a 140-game schedule between the Revs and Barnstormers in York. Why not make a couple of those 11 a.m.?
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
And it's not for getaway day. You don't need getaway day when you're only a half hour away, but you don't need to be here at 11 a.m. if you're a half hour away.
Now fastball, that's in for a strike. 1-2. Mesa is just a couple of plate appearances away from qualifying for league leaders. He's hitting .330, which would rank third. Pitch, he swings, punches it on the ground, sliding stop, Hobson at first, the flip to Reed, and just in time with the foot. As Reed at the last second, a lunge with the right foot. Mace is a step in front of the dugout, thinking about arguing. I think he wants to see what kind of reaction he gets from Sandy coaching down at first. The inning is over, and Derek Moshe, the first base ump, looking at the overwatered dirt in front of that area. Some concern for the playing field there. Maybe Hobson took out a divot. At any rate, Mesa jammed on it. Hobson, the sliding play, they just got him. And it's no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Carson to the mound at the end of a half. Revs nothing. Barnstormers coming up.
York Country Day School is an independent college preparatory school. It inspires and nurtures the innovative and creative spirit of students as they pursue their intellectual promise. At York Country Day School, students are known and valued, which allows them to engage as compassionate, bold, and active citizens as they identify a purpose outside of themselves and generate the call to better the world. York Country Day School is currently enrolling students beginning at age 2 years, 7 months through grade 12. We invite you to visit for a day and stay for the education of a lifetime. For more information, visit www.ycds.org.
Join the York Community Courier on Tuesday, July 24th for Community Courier Night at the York Revolution. Watch your mailbox for the York Community Courier with a coupon for free admission and to find out how your donation to the York County Food Bank could help you win prizes donated by local businesses. You'll find the York Community Courier in the York County mailbox every week and online every day at townlively.com. The York Community Courier serves as your weekly community newspaper containing local news on community events, organizations, churches, weddings, engagements, and more. The York Community Courier and townlively.com are here to bring communities together to strengthen where we live, work, and play. We hope to see you at People's Bank Park on July 24th for Community Courier Night.
Baseball, crabs, and a Super Bowl champion. This is Revs time. Family fun goes into extra innings at People's Bank Park. Saturday, July 21st, it's Youth Football and Spirit Night presented by UPMC Pinnacle, featuring your chance to meet Baltimore Ravens running back Jamal Lewis. Plus, inside the park fireworks. Sunday, July 22nd, a Revolution game and 2-hour all-you-can-eat crab feast by Captain Bob's for just $35. Get tickets today at YorkRevolution.com.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
No score. Robert Carson ready to go. It is Luis Cruz who's catching, not Tyler Clark. These folks over here typed it up wrong. Darian Sanford will lead things off. Against Carson, no score, so Cruz is hitting eighth, not Clark. First pitch to Sanford, grounded back to Carson. Great grab, and he lobs over to first to retire the light-hitting leadoff man. Sharp ground ball back to him, and he makes a nice grab on it.
That'll do. And that's one way to keep Sanford off base. Get him to swing early in the count so he doesn't battle you and run up the pitch count and then end up slapping one through a hole somewhere. Get him on one pitch, and that's what Carson does. If he's around the plate, guys are going to swing. He can be a ground ball pitcher if he's really on, keeping the ball low in the zone.
Right here is Tyler Bortnick. And the first pitch from Carson is down low. I guess in the future, we will go straight off Mace's card. Not the type up. We'll get you Lancaster's lineup. Hopefully that's right. The 1-0. And Bortnick shows a bunt. Carson delivers a strike. Barnstormers lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. Sanford in center, Bortnick at short. Blake Galen in right, he's on deck. There's the 1-1, swing and a miss, chasing down and in, good slider. Middle three, it's Ryan Castile, the catcher, Trayvon Robinson DH, and Casey Hobson at first. And then the bottom third of the order, Grant Desmay in left, Nate Coronado at third, Carlos Garcia at second base. Carson ready. And the 1-2, that's way high as Cruz stands up to catch it. Bortnick hitting at 193. But last night had 3 RBIs with no hits. The 2-2. Swing and he bounces it to third, got tied up. Cuevas has it, pumps and fires in time. Carson got in on Bortnick, who had no extension on that swing. And he bounces it weakly to third. 2 groundouts for Carson to start his day.
That's what you have to do against Tyler Bortnick. Get inside on him. He's not a guy who's going to really open the hips and yank one down the third base left field line. Last night, the 3 RBIs, I mean, he just came up clutch for the Barnstormers in the situations, didn't do too much. So it's nice to see him up with no one on base.
Yeah.
And then retiring him in the process.
Here's Blake Galen, also nice to see up with nobody on base. And the first pitch, it's a little bit high. No score here in the first inning. Galen hitting at 283, 14 home runs, is tied for the league lead. 54 ribbies leads it. 1-0, and he swings, pops it up. Left side of the infield, Cuevas shading his eyes with the bare hand. Catches the ball with the glove hand. 1-2-3, first inning for Robert Carson as they do not hit the ball out of the infield against him. We go to the second inning, no score.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here.
Play ball!
The new Sports Radio 1350.
No score at the end of one here this afternoon, or this morning still. Who cares? Time's just a number.
Yeah. What is this, 4 games now in how many hours?
Oh.
It's less than 72. So we started at 6 on Tuesday, and it's just after 11 here on Thursday.
Less than 48.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Unreal.
Apparently coming into today, 10 hours had been played in this series. Last night's game over 4. Here's Michael Burgess, who takes a little high.
I mean, even the 2 7-inning games, well, one ended up going 9, but they were both just under 3 hours. Those are supposed to be 2:15, 2:30 usually.
Now the 1-0. It is just outside. No score. Burgess, Dent, Cuevas against Reed. Michael hitting at 235, 11 jacked. The 2-0. It is a called strike, outside corner. Burgess has really hit lefties well. The 2-1, and a swing and a foul tip right off the face mask of Castile. Breaking ball there that he foul tipped right off the catcher's dome. Our weather today brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. 78 degrees at game time. Completely sunny, no wind. The wind and the 2-2. Breaking ball, grounded right side. Hobson cuts it off with the glove hand. Flips to Reed again. And a step ahead of Burgess, 1 away. That's an easier play for Hobson with the glove on his right hand, and he's able to reach down and scoop it. And now he's going to look at that area by the lip of the grass at first base. They're a little uncomfortable with that in the early going.
Hobson's shown some good range over at first base, but to the point about that soft spot in front of the first base cutout, it's a pretty important area of the field. So they want to make sure they get that right.
Here's Ryan Dent, and he swings, slices one the other way. Base hit toward the line. He's thinking 2. Rounds first. Galen into the corner, fires it. It's going to be late. It's cut off. Dent slides in with a double. Revs with their second hit, and he goes after the first pitch and slices it the other way. And out of our vantage point, into the corner in right.
5th hit of the series for Dent. He's swinging a hot bat. Just take that first pitch the other way. Hit it where it's pitched. Just flicked it. I mean, we've seen Spoon go to that corner a couple times now. Dent. Those two seem to hit in pairs. When one's hot, the other's hot. And when one's having a really solid series, the other is. Good to see them both swinging at the bottom of the lineup.
Now here's Cuevas. And the first pitch, fastball. It's a called strike on the outer half. Looks like Cuevas is going to get all of the third base time for now. Zach Wilson inactive and getting his shoulder checked out. He's had some trouble throwing, and it's been bothering him a little bit. On our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report, he went inactive yesterday, not on the DL. 0-1, and it's fouled back against the net. So if he can get it feeling well, they can bring him back before the 7 days, but right now he is out. Of course, we've got the 2 pitchers for the year, Jay Goss and Frank DeGiulio Jr. with the elbow surgeries. Cuevas entering the day, 216, 3 homers. There's the 0-2, and he swings and fouls it back. Dent at second with 1 out, scoreless game. Cuevas looking for a hit to score him, and if not Jose, it's Luis Cruz who's on deck who would get the next chance.
Jose gets going. It's going to make this lineup even more scary down towards the bottom of that lineup. His defense is important to the Revs, especially with Wilson out now, but got to get that bat coming around.
Now Reed nods yes. A look back, a third time, the 0-2, and a ground ball near the line at third. It is just foul. Boy, that was close. Coronado over to backhand it. It stays 0-2.
Must have hopped over the bag in foul territory because from up here it looked like a fair ball.
It did. I guess a good thing for Cuevas since the third baseman was able to get to it. Reed, 30 years old, born in Reading, now lives in Blandon, Pennsylvania. Look back, he fires, and a swing and a miss. Foul tip into the mitt of Castile. Reed with his second strikeout, and 2 away here in the second inning.
Well, Reed, again, working with that strikeout pitch, works the count, goes down in the zone right there. Cuevas just unable to do anything with it.
I'll bring up Luis Cruz, who is indeed starting today, not Clark. Read the first pitch. It is across for a strike. Cruz hitting at .216 with a home run and 20 driven in. Revs right now 3 catchers. The 0-1. And a bouncer left side and through into left. Going to try to score. Dent around third. He comes. Desmay the throw. It's late and it's 1-0 York. As Luis Cruz chops it through the left side of the infield. RBI single. And Dent scores easily ahead of the throw from left field. Revs have struck first.
Cruz has been swinging the bat much better lately. He's come up with a couple clutch hits over the last few weeks. Driving in runs has been a big thing for him too. Had 3 RBI game a couple weeks ago, but right there, it's just one of the breaks that the Revs haven't gotten this series. They haven't had a lot of balls find holes like that, and that's a big one right there to take an early lead.
And now here's Travis Witherspoon. First pitch from Reed. It's in tight. Witherspoon, a teammate of Reed's here in 2016 with York, that is. Reed pitched really well with the Revs that year. 1-0 with a 1.64 ERA. A 1-0 and a swing and a miss. Change up away. And he really enjoyed his time in York, but he had been in Lancaster in 2013, 15. Lives a little bit closer to here, able to commute here. 1-1, and a swing and a dribbler foul over to the left of home plate. Witherspoon, if you can tell from the irritating tune in the background, he's been named the K-Man today.
It goes right through you. It really does. Need Spoon just to go deep here. Maybe they'll stop playing that tune.
That would be great. Here's the pitch, and that's up high, 2-2. This is the final time the Revs are over here this season. They will host Lancaster for 4 in York in the later portion of August. 2-2, and that's up high. Witherspoon lays off a couple of high ones. Full count, and Cruz can get a head start from first here with 2 outs. 1-0 York on Cruz's RBI single. Now Reed ready. And the 3-2, swinging a chopper to short, and a high hop glove by Bortnick. He'll sling it across in time to get spooned by a step. Inning over, but the Revs do score the game's first run. 2 hits, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 York.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, you know, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
One nothing, Revs lead it as Robert Carson, after a very tidy first inning, will go to work. Ryan Castile leading things off in the home second, the cleanup hitter. He is catching today. Seen him catch and play first base for them. He's catching in the All-Star game. Wellington Dotel robbed him specifically in the final inning of regulation on back-to-back days. 7th inning on Tuesday, 9th inning last night. First pitch is down and in. Eventually Lancaster would win both games, but Dotel prevented Castile from doing it. He was seen slamming his helmet at first base last night. The 1-0, that misses down and in. It's hitting .290 with 7 home runs, 32 driven in. The 2-0, and a swing and a miss. He chased a high fastball, helped out Rob. 2-1.
Looking for something to hit there on 2-0. He expected the fastball, but maybe not that high in the zone. Rob, a good pitch there to keep it out of the zone to get him to chase.
Pitch, it is swung on, pop foul, and out of play right side. 2-2. Castile, a former Rockies farmhand, got to AAA. Last year was at Double-A Arkansas in the Mariners system. He's ready. And the pitch. Carson's ready, that is. It's grounded to third and past Cuevas, who laid out toward the line. This will go down the line. And Mason left today over to glove it, but Castile's going to get to second base. Right down the line, and Cuevas laid out to the backhand. He was close to at least knocking it down, but it skipped on by, and it will be a double to lead things off.
We know this Lancaster team's not going to back down from an early deficit. They haven't done it at all in this series. It's been a back-and-forth series. And now it could be another bunt situation with a Speedy Robinson at the plate.
Here is Trayvon Robinson, the DH, batting from the right. First pitch is outside. Oh, it's a called strike. As Carson got the call on the backdoor slider. Robinson will take some time and kick the dirt around. Not sure he loved it, but Rob will take it. Robinson hitting .270. And Carson comes home. And a swing and a miss. Went back to it again. And it's not a big slider. It's really nice, short, tight break that he's got on that pitch. Throws it pretty hard. No balls, 2 strikes. Former Mets reliever Carson sets and delivers and misses down and in by the back foot. Cruz smothers it. Carson started the All-Star game for the Freedom Division. Comes in today 6-3, 2.21 ERA. Both Carson and Reed with 6 wins. They are both one behind Mitch Atkins, the only pitcher in the league with 7. Pitch to Robinson, that's up high, 2-2. Carson with a 2.21 ERA coming in. If he had enough innings, that would be second in the league, but beginning the year in the bullpen, he's not quite close to qualifying. Time asked for by Cruz, maybe rethinking what they're going with here. 2-2 it is. On Robinson, Revs looking for the first out after Castile's leadoff double. They lead at 1-0, bottom of the second inning. And the pitch, swinging a bouncing ball left side past Cuevas, sliding to his left this time. That's into left field. Base hit for Robinson, it's first and third. So Cuevas had one where he dove to his right and just missed. This one, an in-between hop, trying to make a sliding pick to his left, but that deflects off the glove and into the outfield.
Those are both tough plays. And the good thing is that Castile had to hold up right there, so he's not nearly able to score from third on that ball. Or score from second.
That'll be first and third for K.C. Hobson. He's hitting at 144 in just over a month back with the team. 3 home runs. Left on left matchup. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Breaking ball that he flails at. And he is not, from what we've seen, he has not been able to come close to laying off that stuff. Even against a righty last night, Rincon. Flailed at one after another. The 0-1, and he swings, hits it high in the air and right. Mitchell backs up on the track, turns to play it. It's off the wall. Castile waited. He will now come in to score. Throw goes to second. It's an RBI single. Robinson to third. We're tied at 1. Any other ballpark in the world, that's a fly out to right. He hit it off the end of the bat. And even still, Carson left that one over the plate more than he wanted to, and that ties it up.
And Lancaster getting the bat on the ball in the inning. An RBI single off the right field wall. You don't hear that a lot. But now it's just going to be up to Carson and Cruz to work together and get out of this jam.
Hit about halfway up. You might hear that single off the wall if it's a rocket, but that was a high fly. And here's Grant Desmay. First pitch outside. First and third, still no outs. On 3 straight hits, 2 tough plays past Cuevas, who went to the dirt on both, and then that one that anywhere else is caught. Here's the 1-0, way outside, and Cruz reaching for it. Desmay hitting at .237 with the home run, 5 driven in. Former first rounder of the A's who stopped playing after a year to become a priest. But this year returning to baseball. The 2-0. It is a called strike, outside corner. (1-1) the score. Carson readies. And to the plate. It is a called strike. Two-seamer on the inner half. 2-2. Carson's first start out of the break was Friday against Long Island. He won that one. 5 innings, 1 run. There's the 2-2. And it just missed. Near the same spot. This one called down and in. 3-2.
It's been a little bit wild here in the inning. He's missed out a couple times. He's also left a couple pitches out in front of the plate. Pitches that you're able to take that way, and the Barnstormers have taken advantage.
6th start for Carson here today. Here's the payoff pitch. And a swing and a miss. Delayed steal, throw to second, cut off. Casilla can't get it back home, and Robinson comes in to score. A double steal works on the delay. A swinging strike 3 from Desmay. But Casey Hobson, who you do not expect to run, a delayed steal, it drew the throw. A good throw would have had him. It was off towards short a bit. Casilla cut over to intercept, but couldn't get it out of the glove to throw back home, and Robinson gets a steal of home plate.
Well, that's what they do, and a good idea to try to draw that throw to second. It worked. And the Revs weren't ready for that cut play. Casilla ends up cutting it, but was not in a good position to throw home there.
Here's Nate Coronado. First pitch, misses outside. Hobson at second and 1 out. 2-1 Lancaster. That'll add to their little record pursuit on the stolen base pacing. They get 2 on that play. Now the 1-0. And a line drive slicing into right center. Witherspoon dives and he's got it. He makes another great play in this series as the hat falls off. But Coronado, who had a charmed 5 hours last night, is robbed in his first at bat today. Slicing, but Witherspoon got down with it and made the diving grab.
Well, Carson really needed that. It's a heck of a play by Spoon. We've seen a clinic from him in center field this series. That's big time when your pitcher really needs an out.
2 down. And here is Garcia. Hobson staying at second on that. Garcia, the switch hitter, bats from the right. Carson, the pitch. It is swung on and missed as he elevates up at the letters. 2-1 Lancaster. And back to that delayed steal. I think if it is a throw right in line with second, Alexi does have a chance to get it back home in time. 0-1. That is a called strike. Carson jumps ahead.
Cruz wasn't ready for the double steal. I mean, nobody was, or the delayed steal. Nobody really expects that to happen there.
Not with Hobson.
Right, and Cruz threw down, and he probably wasn't set completely going towards second base with his body.
And Carson trying to end it here. Here's the 0-2, and it missed a little bit low. Now the Revs 1 run in the top half of the inning, answered with 2 by the Barnstormers. Stretch, a look back, and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball under the glove and up the middle, base hit center field. Hobson around third, and he is going to score the 3rd run of the inning. Carlos Garcia behind in the count, hit a slow roller, but it stayed low, didn't come up. Carson reached but couldn't get low enough after finishing the pitch. Still in his follow through, and up the middle it goes. 3-1 Lancaster.
It's frustrating, and I don't know if there's been an inning this series where the Revs have scored where the Barnstormers haven't come right back and also scored. They just continue to find ways on base, string hits together. And Revs pitchers just haven't been able to get shut down innings.
Move over to first here would have had Garcia, but Burgess was off the bag a little. Nobody was really ready for that quick move. There's Sanford at the top of the order. And Carson with the pitch. He shows bunt and misses high and away. Snap throw down, and Garcia lunging for the back of the bag just got back. Well, this inning, 4 hits. Again, 2 that just got past Cuevas on tough plays. Ground balls out of his reach to either direction. Hobson's fly ball that's an out in 99.9% of parks. Pitch to Sanford, a foul tip back to the backstop, 1-1. And then Garcia's slow roller that gets up the middle. Sanford a ground out back to Carson, his first time up. Rob coming in against the Barnstormers this year, 1-0 with 6 scoreless innings, all in relief. As he snaps one over to first and Garcia back standing. A win and a save, 6 scoreless innings coming in. These two teams haven't even played since late May. Pitch is fouled back upstairs, 1-2. We mentioned how the Revs hadn't been here since late May. Well, they haven't played each other at all since late May. And Barnstormers only make 2 visits to York all season. The opening weekend series and then the one still to come in late August. Crazy. The 1-2, and it misses high and away. Pitch count getting up there for Carson after a really quick first inning. And they only have 5 series head-to-head this year. Play 18 games. Runner goes from first, pitch is high, and Cruz will have to hold it. Another stolen base as Garcia takes second. No throw. 3rd steal of the inning, including the double steal earlier. Now Garcia at second, and Sanford's managed to work the count full. Carson back to the plate, and a swing and a foul again down the right field side. He's been up with his pitches here as this inning has gone on longer. Sanford with that able to foul a few off here. Carson's kind of been toward that high outside range on a right-hand hitter. Another 3-2, nope, instead he turns and looks the runner back. This is the only game in the league going this morning on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Carson now at 38 pitches. And Garcia goes for third. It's grounded foul, third base side. Ross Peoples picks it off. And he got a moving jump on Carson and went to take third before it was fouled.
Yeah, wouldn't you know, the game's about 45 minutes old and we're only in the bottom of the second. Just how this series has gone. Carson has really had to work here this inning. The Barnstormers aren't giving him anything in the batter's box. They're fouling everything off, taking pitches.
And he deals again and missed down and in. A walk to Sanford. And it's first and second for the 8th hitter of the inning, Tyler Bortnick. Carson had an 8-pitch first inning. And it's now been 32 pitches here in the second inning as it continues for at least one more hitter. Tyler Bortnick, who grounded out to third his first time up. Revs trail 3-1, 3 runs home this inning. Carson ready to work. Has a sign from Cruz. The first pitch, swinging a fly ball to left field. Mesa going back on it. He'll have plenty of room in this park and makes the catch to end the inning as Bortnick flies out on one pitch. 3-run score, though, on 4 hits, 2 men left. We go to the third. Lancaster on top, 3-1.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSC, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gaush. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the third, Lancaster a 3-1 lead as Jared Mitchell leads things off. Top of the order for the Revs, looking to answer against Nate Reed. A 2-out RBI hit from Cruz last inning, but Lancaster slapping together 4 hits and scoring 3 times. First pitch to Mitchell, he shortens up, takes a little bit high. Struck out his first time up today. Line from Reed, the 1-0. Mitchell shortens again, takes a breaking ball for a strike. Reed, who went to Pitt and Kutztown. Began his career in the Mariners system. 1-1, and that's across for a strike. He's a big Pitt fan. Began his career there, but transferred to D2. He fires, and a swing and a foul out of play, third base side. 40th round pick of Seattle in 2010. He made it to high A before his first stint with Lancaster. This is the wind, the pitch, and it misses high 2-2. He was a fairly young guy in this league initially. 2.87 ERA in 2013. That earned him a spot in the Red Sox system the next year. He deals, and a breaking ball right there. Strike 3 called, and Mitchell knew it. 1 down here in the third. Reed with his third strikeout.
Yep, that one dropped right in there. Like you said, Mitchell knew it. Well, a pitch that really can freeze you as a hitter, especially in a lefty-lefty matchup.
Here's Casilla, who singled his first time. I wonder why they're playing that same song every single time he bats.
I don't know.
In all series, wonder what the point of that is. First pitch is swung on and missed.
I haven't noticed that, honestly.
Reed did make it to Double-A with the Red Sox. Oh, now time called by Casilla. He thought he didn't get it. Buzz Albert didn't give it to him, and he shortened up, knew he had to take the pitch, and Reed throws a strike. Here's the 0-2 now, and it's fouled back against the screen. Alexi started to back away, thinking time was called, and to his surprise, I guess Buzz wasn't paying attention. 0-2 again, and he has to reach and spoils it. Had to cover almost the other batter's box to get a piece of that. Singled his first at bat. On the wind, another 0-2, and that's up and in. Casilla jumps back. Reed is in the top 5 in Barnstormers history in strikeouts, innings. He went back to Lancaster in 2015 as a starter. He deals, and a curveball, swing and a miss. That is back-to-back strikeouts, 4 total for him. 2 down here in the third. 2016 briefly was in Mexico and then came to York after that. And last year back with Lancaster, made 11 good starts, got signed by the Giants, went to Double-A Richmond. And this is the 5th season that he's spent in the league, the 4th over here with Lancaster. Here's Tejeda, who flied out to center his first time. Revs trail 3-1 here in the third. First pitch, breaking ball, it misses down and away. Tejeda one step out, back in. And the 1-0 swing, and he scrapes a foul behind the plate. A changeup tailing away from him. Revs back home tomorrow, 6:30 against Sugar Land. Big weekend coming up. We'll preview that as our broadcast goes on today. There's the 1-1, and that misses down and in by Tejeda's back foot.
Reed hasn't been behind a lot of guys today, but Tejeda, good take there. Revs haven't been able to string together the 3-4 hits in a row that the Barnstormers have throughout this series, and that's been the difference.
Now the 2-1, and a swing and a miss. Two balls, 2 strikes. Reed looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Tejeda backs out, eyes up the field. He's not going to worry about the pace of play if they're not going to enforce it. There's the 2-2, and he swings, nubs a foul, third base side. I don't think Buzz does a whole lot to enforce that.
Well, the pace of play, progress has been halted in a big way this series.
Yep.
Nothing's been quick about this 4-game series.
Including time before and between games and during sometimes.
It's been wild.
Now another 2-2. And try to check. He went around on it. Breaking ball in the dirt. Castile blocks it, puts on the tag. Nate Reed strikes out the side in the top of the third inning. We go to the bottom half. Still a 3-1 Lancaster lead.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit pseccu.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Summer started off hot, and it's only going to get hotter at York Mitsubishi. Sales Manager Doug Sprinkle here. Our Not a Zip Zilch program was so successful last month that we're keeping it going in July, and making it even better. Remember, it's all about paying zero finance charges over 72 months on new Mitsubishis, like the all-new Eclipse Cross, 7-passenger Outlander, and Outlander Sport. And just added on the Outlander and Outlander Sport an additional $1,000 in down payment assistance. Plus, no payments for 90 days. And don't forget about the great gas-sipping, best-selling Outlander PHEV plug-in hybrid, rated at an amazing 74 miles per gallon equivalent. York Mitsubishi is still giving out top dollar for all trade-ins, and we want to approve everyone for credit. More stuff for less money and almost twice the warranty of the competition. It's only at York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, York, where Mitsubishis always cost less. Come check us out at YorkMitsubishi.com.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
(3-1) Lancaster. Carson's first pitch here in the home third is across for a strike on Blake Galen, leading things off. Galen popped to third his first time. 3-4-5 due up. Carson the 0-1 and a fastball just outside. 3 runs on 4 hits for Lancaster, all in the second inning. 1 run on 3 hits for York. Carson an 8-pitch first, 33-pitch second. He deals and missed a little bit high. 2 balls and a strike to Galen, who is the league leader in walks, just ahead of Mitchell. You got 45, Mitchell with 43. The 2-1. And a swing and a pop up again. Is it going to stay in play? Foul to the left of home plate. Cruz is over, and he's got it. Had to pick up the pace his last couple steps going toward the dugout, but Cruz has it. Left the mask behind and made the play. 1 down.
That's a nice play right there. Stuck with it. The ball looked like it kept drifting a little bit in the air, but Cruz had his eye on it the whole way and threw the mask at the right time. Found the spot in the air.
And here is Ryan Castile, who doubled and scored, leading off the second inning. Carson the pitch, it misses outside. Dave Collins told us that Nate Reed's second strikeout in the top half of the inning was his 300th with Lancaster. He's now 24 away from Ross Peoples for their all-time lead. He's second. There's a swing and a miss. Fastball from Carson, 1-1. Carson the pitch, and a swing and a fly ball, right center field. Witherspoon drifts over, calls off Mitchell. He's got it. 2 up, 2 down. Carson looking for a good bounce back inning here in the third.
And he really needs it. You want to come back after giving up 3 and throw a goose egg up there. That goes without saying, but especially against this team in this ballpark, can't afford to get down more than 2 right now.
Right here is Trayvon Robinson. He's singled and scored on a double steal last inning. Bat from the right side of the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball. They're being fairly aggressive with Carson here this inning after the long second. Carson ready. Here's the kick, the 0-1. And a foul back against the netting. He jumps ahead of Robinson quickly. 3-1 Lancaster, third inning. Revs need a win to get a split today. They had dropped 2 out of 3 each of the first 2 visits. Dropped 2 of the first 3 in this series. There's the 0-2. And it just missed away. What a great spot, but he doesn't get the call.
That is a good spot, and it's one that you can get the call on sometimes. Others, it's going to have to be up to the hitter to chase, and right there Robinson did not.
Carson ready. They're going to go inside this time. The 1-2, and it missed a little high. Robinson backing up on it. They get him looking out, then in. We'll see what they go to next. 2-2. Cruz will set up away and way low. The pitch. Fastball missed away and high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Does seem like Carson's had a little trouble getting it down where he wants it today. Cruz went into that almost split setup to give the low target. Now ready, the payoff pitch. Just inside, Carson goes hopping off the mound. He keeps on galloping over to third base in disbelief, and the inning continues on a 2-out walk.
Well, that's strike 3. I mean, there's really no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That one's right there on the inside corner. It's Trayvon Robinson crowding the plate there, and that's why I think Buzz Albert called that a ball. But just because the guy's crowding the plate doesn't mean the pitch is inside. That's a strike.
He had a rough night on Tuesday night as Carson throws over, Robinson dives back. Both teams were upset at times. Hobson, an RBI single last inning. Pitch from Carson, it's high and tight. He starts to turn, appeal out toward second base. Nate Caldwell said he held it back. 1-0 the count. Burgess holding Robinson at first. 1-0, swinging a foul tip into the mitt on that high fastball. 91 on the gun from Rob.
Carson's got to be pretty heated out there on the mound, and gives him some motivation to get Hobson right here.
Now ready, here's the pitch. Swinging a foul tip back to the screen, 1-2. Yeah, all that work, made a great pitch on 3-2, and isn't in the dugout yet. Now ready to go. And a move to first. Robinson back with a lunge. And into his stretch again. Runner goes from first, pitch is fouled back, and Hobson swung at a ball. Has to protect with 2 strikes, but it was up, and that cost Robinson a steal. He had a huge jump.
Oh, yeah, he could have walked to second base there. Carson focused on getting strike 3 at the plate, or at least the 2-strike pitch. Made a good one up in the zone. I'm thinking he goes something soft away.
Ready, and a move to first instead.
Or that. Well, Trayvon, he was runnerish a couple pitches before, then he went off, so that's a good move over to first there.
Now another move, and not his best move yet. A couple soft ones over to let him know he's aware.
You're boring, everybody. Quit boring, everyone.
Now the pitch. Foul tip again. Going up high. Hobson at least able to get a piece. Trying to strike him out with that high, hard one. The battle goes on. Carson ahead still. He's ready. And a move to first. They got Robinson this time. Burgess runs at him, dumps it off to Dent. He'll tag him out. Caught stealing, 1-3-6. Carson erases him. And this time Robinson guessed wrong. No runs, no hits, nobody left after the 2-out walk. We go to the 4th. Michael with the play-by-play. Revs trailing 3-1.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Join the York Community Courier on Tuesday, July 24th for Community Courier Night at the York Revolution. Watch your mailbox for the York Community Courier with a coupon for free admission and to find out how your donation to the York County Food Bank could help you win prizes donated by local businesses. You'll find the York Community Courier in the York County mailbox every week and online every day at townlively.com. The York Community Courier serves as your weekly community newspaper containing local news on community events, organizations, churches, weddings, engagements, and more. The York Community Courier and townlively.com are here to bring communities together to strengthen where we live, work, and play. We hope to see you at People's Bank Park on July 24th for Community Courier Night.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Barnstormers lead the Revs 3-1 in the top of inning number 4. Melky Mesa set to lead off against Nate Reed. It's 4-5-6 for the Revs. Mesa, Burgess, Dent. Reed has cruised so far. He struck out the side in the 3rd inning. Starts Mesa off with strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Gets the curveball over on the outer half. 0-1 the count on Melky. Mesa reached base 3 times last night. Was walked twice and hit by a pitch once. Now he's going to loop one in front of Trayvon Robinson in left field, a base hit. Got in on the hands, did Reed, but Mesa fought it off and dropped it in front of Robinson, who was playing a bit deeper out in left. And Mesa is a leadoff base runner here in inning number 4. First time today the Revs have had their leadoff man on against Reed. He has 5 strikeouts through 3 shutout frames. He's allowed 4 hits now. That brings up Michael Burgess. Burgess grounded out to first his first time up on a nice play by Hobson. Backhanded play through to Reed covering. Mesa on first, 1 out. He's on base yet again. First pitch to Burgess, swing and a miss at a fastball. It's 0-1. I mentioned Mesa reached base safely 3 times last night. Did not get a hit in that game. He was 0 for 2. But the night before, a single. He drove in a run with a sac fly. And in game 1 of the doubleheader 2 days ago, a homer and a single. Also walked. So he's been on base a ton. The 0-1 to Burgess. Fastball strike on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Burgess homered in game 1 of the doubleheader on Tuesday. Last night walked twice and hit a sac fly. Now Reed's 0-2. Fastball misses high. Brings the count to 1-2. 3-1 Barnstormers lead in top of inning number 4. All 4 of the runs in this game have been scored in the 2nd inning. Revs took the 1-0 lead in the top of the 2nd, but the Barnstormers answered with 3 as Burgess chops one foul off the mask of Castile behind home plate. Weird ricochet that ball took off the mask, but right into the netting. Count remains 1-2. Mesa being held on at first by Hobson. Burgess has to deal with a little bit of a shift. The shortstop Bortnick's playing up the middle, still on the 3rd base side of 2nd base. Shortstop Coronado's almost playing short. 1-2 pitch from Reed. Swing and a miss. Slider on the outside corner. Strikeout number 6 for Reed. He's struck out 4 of the last 5 batters he's faced. For 6 in the game. 5 of the 6 strikeouts are swinging today, so the swing and miss stuff is there. So 1 down and a man on first for Dent, the shortstop. He doubled and scored the Revs' run in the 2nd inning. Swung early in the count, doubled down the right field line into the corner. Revs down by 2. First pitch, curveball from Reed, that's over. Pinpoint accuracy from Nate Reed with that curveball in this one so far. Starts it high, but it drops right down. Been an effective pitch. Dent in an 0-1 hole. Next pitch, driven out to center field, but Sanford is there straight away. And the play is made. 2 outs in the inning. Dent hit it hard, but right at Darian Sanford. He's retired for the first time today. Now with 2 down and a man on first, here's Jose Cuevas. Cuevas struck out swinging a foul tip into Castile's glove his first time up. Cuevas a walk and a single last night. He was 1 for 4. Reed pauses, the pitch to the plate. Cuevas sends this one into center, but Sanford comes on. 2 straight pitches, 2 lineouts for Nate Reed, and that's how the inning ends. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left for the Revs. After 3.5, it's the Barnstormers 3 and the Revs 1.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Bottom of the 4th inning from Clipper Magazine Stadium. Michael Marcantonini with you on the broadcast. It's Lancaster 3, York 1. Revs took a 1-0 lead in the top of the second. An RBI single from Luis Cruz with 2 outs that scored Ryan Dent, gave them the lead. But the Barnstormers came right back. Castile doubled to lead off the bottom of the second. Robinson then singled. It set up first and third for Casey Hobson, who singled off the right field wall. A couple more runs ended up coming in the inning, and it's 3-1 Barnstormers in the bottom of inning number 4. Hobson is the man that leads off the inning against Carson. He takes a ball low and away to start the inning. 4 hits apiece for the crosstown rivals in this one. The War of the Roses on the season. It's Lancaster leading the season series 7-3. They've taken 2 of 3 so far in this series. Hobson takes a strike outside corner. It's 1-1. Nice day here in Lancaster. Not a cloud in the sky. Light blue sky all the way around. Wind blowing out to left center today. Hobson swings and misses. Well, foul tips a fastball up and in into the glove of Cruz. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Carson looking for another shutdown frame. Faced the minimum in the 3rd inning. Got a pop out and a fly out, but then walked Trayvon Robinson. Eventually picked him off and got out of the inning. Now a fly ball out to right center field. Hangs up there for Spoon. He races through it to make the grab. And there's 1 down here in the 4th. So Hobson's retired. A lot of balls are hanging up in the air quite a bit today. It's helping the outfielders out. Now Nate Coronado, or Grant Desme up to bat. They have Nate Coronado's picture up on the scoreboard, but is Grant Desme. First pitch from Carson, swing and a fly ball out to shallow right field. Mitchell is there, camped under it. He makes the grab. Back-to-back pitches and back-to-back flyouts for Rob Carson. So a quick trip to the plate for Grant Desme. And it was Desme who got Coronado's walk-up song, which they will play again here. Well, they got that wrong, but it is Coronado up now. 2 outs and no one on in the inning. Revs trail 3-1. Bottom 4 in the finale of this 4-game set in Lancaster. This is already Carson's 5th appearance this season. He had previously worked 6 innings against the Barnstormers coming in. Record of 1-0 with a save that he got on opening night against Lancaster. He had not allowed any runs this year in 6 innings to the Barnstormers before they got 3 in the 2nd inning. Cruz sets up low and away. The pitch is low and away. Chopper out to short. Dent has to charge. Fields it. Throws off balance to first. He got him. A 1-2-3 inning for Robert Carson. He comes back and throws up another 0. We've played 4 full from the clip in Lancaster. It's the Barnstormers 3 and the Revs 1.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Moving along in this one from downtown Lancaster, it's the Barnstormers 3 and the Revs 1 after 4 full innings. Nate Reed has been pretty untouchable so far today through 4 innings. He's given up 4 hits, but he's also struck out 6 batters, 5 swinging. And the Revs in a little bit of a hole in the middle innings now. Luis Cruz set to lead off against Reed and see if Revs can do anything against the southpaw, the former Rev. Cruz has plated the only run of the game for the Revs, an RBI single with 2 outs in the 2nd inning, brought home Ryan Dent. It's the only inning where the Revs have managed multiple hits against Reed. First pitch to Cruz in the inning, fastball over for a strike, no balls and 1 strike. Cruz, Witherspoon, and Mitchell 8-9-1 for the Revs. Luis looks to stay perfect at the plate today. Now 20 RBIs this season. That one gets to the backstop. Cruz getting the start behind the plate today. Isaias Tejeda, who's caught each of the last 2 games for the Revs, is in the lineup at DH. Tyler Clark the day off. Cruz now 21 RBIs on the season after that last one. The scoreboard did not update his last one. Revs right now carrying 3 catchers. It's Luis Cruz, who was the odd man out during the first 3 games in 2 days of this series, but he is back there today. 1-2 pitch, fastball misses low and in. It's 2-2. The Revs open up a 3-game series with the Sugar Land Skeeters tomorrow at Peoples Bank Park. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a weekend series. As Reed readies the 2-2 pitch, Cruz spoils it, and the count remains locked at 2. Tomorrow and Saturday night, 6:30 first pitches. And on Sunday, a 1 o'clock first pitch. 3 big games with the Skeeters. 2-2 pitch again to Cruz. He shoots this one the other way. Diving stop on the backhand by Hobson at first, and it's a foot race to the bag that Nate Reed wins over Luis Cruz. Another nice play by Casey Hobson going to his right. He makes the play. There's one down here in the top of the 5th inning. Barnstormers lead it by 2. They lead 3-1. Here's Travis Witherspoon, the Revs' Gold Glove caliber center fielder. He's put on a clinic in this series. Robbed a homer in Game 1 of the doubleheader on Tuesday. Had a diving play in center today. Spoon came in today hitting .267. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Drove in 3 runs in Game 2 of the doubleheader on Tuesday. Had 3 hits in the 2 games combined. 1-0 pitch is a fastball that misses down. It evens up the count at 1. Reed is 3-0 with a 1.80 ERA against the Revs this season coming in. 18 strikeouts in 15 innings. Opponents on the season are hitting just .243 against him. You can see why. Tough guy to get the bat on the ball against, a strikeout pitcher. Has 53 strikeouts in 62 1/3. Not counting what he's done today. Spoon takes a strike on the outside corner. He thought that was ball 4 on the 3-0, but instead it's strike 1. Scores at 3-1, the count's at 3-1. 1 out in the inning, no one on. Reed back to work the pitch, fastball high. It is indeed ball 4 this time. A 5-pitch walk to Witherspoon. He's on base again. Now we go back to the top of the order. Mitchell gets a shot. 0 for 2 with a strikeout swinging and then looking. First walk of the game issued by Reed. 5th base runner overall for the Revs. Mitchell looks to do some damage. The only Rev with multiple hits in last night's game, and he had 3 of them. 3 singles. One of them was an infield hit that, if it had got to the outfield, would have scored the go-ahead run for the Revs in the top of the 11th, but the Revs, some bad luck in the game. Did not happen. Now another move over to first. Spoon dives back. He's safe.
Where do you think you're going?
Mitchell last night lined out his first time up. It was robbed of a knock. Then hit into a double play, but then went single walk, stolen base, single stolen base, infield single. The batting average up. He's hitting, well, I don't know what he's hitting because Travis Witherspoon's name is still on the scoreboard. Mitchell takes high, ball 1. Thought the scoreboard out and left would have helped me, but they still have Witherspoon's numbers up there. But Mitchell's up to .271 now. That, well, .271 against the Barnstormers this year. A 1-0 pitch, that misses high as well, 2-0. On the season, Mitchell at .264, the average up from the low 250s. 4 homers, 26 RBI, and they just can't seem to get it right here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Alexi Casillas' picture and stats are now on the scoreboard, not Mitchell's. Casillas on deck. Witherspoon on first, 1 out. Reed's 2-0 to the plate as a strike over the outside corner, 2-1. Two and 1 on Mitchell. Spoon, a decent lead at first, not big though. Reed pauses the 2-1 pitch. Mitchell fouls it off the end of the bat, third base side. That'll even up the count at 2. 3-1 lead for Lancaster, top of inning number 5 on this Thursday morning game that is now turned to the afternoon. Well, in Major League Baseball news, the Los Angeles Dodgers acquired Manny Machado from the Orioles yesterday for 5 prospects, including the number 4 prospect in the Dodgers system. And today, another trade, the Padres and Indians got together on a deal. The Indians acquired left-handed pitcher Brad Hand and right-handed pitcher Adam Simber, 2 relievers from the Padres going to the Indians for catching prospect, top prospect Francisco Mejia in the Indians system. A 2 for 1 there. Another big deal. Hand an all-star reliever. Simber, 3.17 ERA on the year, so the Indians bolster their bullpen. Padres get one of the top prospects in baseball at a really shallow position talent-wise. Mitchell flails at a pitch on the outside corner, foul tips it into the glove of Castile. He's down on strikes. Third time today that Mitchell is struck out, second time swinging. 2 down now for Alexi Casilla. Mitchell's had his struggles against Nate Reed this year. They continue today. So here's Alexi Casilla with a man on and 2 outs. Revs down by 2, top 5. Reed to the plate. Casilla fouls one off. Fly ball down the right field line over by the Craft Beer Hut. 0-1. Nate Reed ahead in the count again. He's given up just 1 run through 4 solid innings. Revs had a 1-0 lead in the second, but they lost it right away. The Indians came back with, the Barnstormers came back with 3 in the second. Had the Indians on the brain, was talking about the MLB trades. Casilla takes a ball inside, 1-1 the count now. Revs looking to even up the season series, even up this series, and split it with a win today, but they are trailing here in the 5th. Count now 2-1 on Alexi. Only run of the game for the Revs, the Luis Cruz RBI single scoring dent. Reed looks at first, now to the pitch to the plate. Casilla chops one to the left side, fielded by Coronado. Throws to first, Hobson is there on the bag, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left in the inning for the Revs. They only have 1 run through 5 innings against Nate Reed, and after 4.5, it's the Barnstormers holding their 2-run lead. It's 3-1. Stick with us on the broadcast.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Home half of the 5th inning from Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Michael Mark Cantonini with you on the broadcast. It's the Revs down by 2 in the finale of this 4-game set. It's Barnstormers leading 3-1. Robert Carson is back out to work. He allowed all 3 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. It was a rocky frame for him, but he's done a good job throwing 2 scoreless innings since. Carlos Garcia, the switch-hitting infielder, leads off the inning, shows bunt, but pulls back last second, taking high and in. It's 1-0. Garcia, the 9-hitter, then back to the top for Sanford and Bortnick. Carson gave up an RBI single to Garcia his first time up today. Garcia then stole second base. Part of the order that Carson's had trouble with today is the middle, and then Garcia at the bottom. The top he's done a good job against. 1-0 to Garcia, misses low and in. 2-0. Great day for a ball game, mid-70s the temperature. Not too hot, really nice day to just chill outside in the seats. 2-0 pitch, Garcia sends it into right center field, Spoon ranges over. He makes the grab in deep right center, but well shy of the track. One out here in the fifth. Back to the top, here's Darian Sanford, the pesky switch-hitting leadoff man. Grounded out back to Carson to lead off the bottom of the first, then walked his next time up. Sanford also batting from the right side, another switch hitter against the lefty Carson. The Revs will pinch the infield in all the way around just a bit with Sanford's speed. The third baseman, Cuevas, a step behind the grass at third. Dent is back deep at short, but Casilla has moved up a little bit at second. Burgess is up a bit too. Now Carson comes to the plate. They all pinch in a little more as Carson misses outside. It's 2-0. One down in the inning, no one on. 3-1 lead for Lancaster over York, bottom five. 4 hits apiece in this one. Now the 2-0. Chopper out to short. Dent has it. He'll have to hurry to first. Throw is low, but Burgess gets it. 2 up, 2 down. Sanford is retired once again. He's now 0 for 2. Good job by Robert Carson to stay down in the zone there against Sanford. Brings up Tyler Bortnick. Bortnick hitting under 200 this year. Came in with just a 193 average, but he drove in 3 runs last night. An RBI ground out, 2 of those. And a sac fly to right. RBI ground out tied the game in the bottom of the 9th, which led to Grant Sides' second blown save in as many days, 3rd of the season. So strike over to Bortnick, lower half of the zone, no balls and 1 strike. 2 outs in the inning, no one on. The Revs defense can move back a little bit with Bortnick at bat instead of Sanford, the speedster. Bortnick takes low in the dirt. It's 1-1. Barnstormers lead at 3-1, home half of the 5th. Robert Carson looking to get through inning number 5 for the Revs. A 1-1 pitch, fastball misses low. And the count's 2-1. Both these teams used a ton of pitching last night, so they're hoping to get big games out of their starters. Now in on the hands to Bortnick, ground ball out to second. Casilla has it. A 1-2-3 frame for Robert Carson. He's done that now in back-to-back innings. He's retired the last 6 batters he faced. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody reaches base here in the 5th. We've played 5 full, and after those 5 innings, it's the Barnstormers 3 and the Revs 1.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Baseball, crabs, and a Super Bowl champion. This is Revs time. Family fun goes into extra innings at People's Bank Park. Saturday, July 21st, it's Youth Football and Spirit Night presented by UPMC Pinnacle, featuring your chance to meet Baltimore Ravens running back Jamal Lewis. Plus, inside the park fireworks. Sunday, July 22nd, a Revolution game and 2-hour all-you-can-eat crab feast by Captain Bob's for just $35. Get tickets today at YorkRevolution.com.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, First in York, first in sports.
Isaiah Tejeda leads off the top of the 6th inning for the Revs. They trail the Barnstormers 3-1 in this one. All 4 runs in the game were scored in the 2nd inning. As Isaiah Tejeda swings through the first pitch he sees, it's 0-1. 3-1 the score in favor of Lancaster. Nate Reed back out to work. He's been excellent so far today. Gave up just the 1 run in the 2nd inning. Strikeouts all over the scorebook. He has 7 in the game, including striking out Jared Mitchell 3 times. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Nate. Chopper down to third, but in foul territory. It's 0-2. Ball gets into the Revs bullpen. Reed ahead of yet another hitter. Tejeda 0 for 2 today. A fly out to center and a strikeout swinging. Reed set on the mound. Out of the windup, the 0-2. Fastball misses high and tight. 1-2 the count. Tejeda back in the box. DHing today, getting the night off from behind the plate. And the pitch. Changeup misses a little bit low and out. And the count evens up at 2. Last night's game, a heartbreaking loss for the Revs. They lost 4-3 on a walk-off in 11 innings. 2-2, Tejeda spoils it foul down the right field line. The day before that, the doubleheader, a heartbreaking loss in game 1. They lost that 4-3. That was in 9 innings. And then the second game of that doubleheader, Revs came away with an 8-3 win, a convincing win in that one. 2-2 coming again at Tejeda. Again, he chops it foul. Tejeda in his first series with the Revs, and it's been a good one for him. Had 2 RBIs yesterday. Both gave the Revs the lead, but they eventually lost the game. Now he chops one over Reed's head in the middle of the diamond. Barehanded by, no, not barehanded by Garcia. Can't come up with it. It'll be an infield hit for Tejeda. So a hit in 3 straight games now for Tejeda. He had 1 yesterday and 3 the night before. Now 5 hits in 3 games for the returning catcher. So the infield knock is hit number 5 on the afternoon for the Revs. Tejeda's first today. Brings up the cleanup man, Melky Mesa. Mesa singled his last time up. Blooper in front of Robinson in left. Reed out of the stretch. First pitch to Mesa. Ground ball out to short. Bortnick has it. Throws to second for 1. Garcia over to first. Not in time to double up Mesa. They get the lead runner at second base. Tejeda cut down. Slow developing play because Mesa did not hit it hard. And he's safe at first with the fielder's choice. 6-4 in the book. Now with 1 down and a man on, here's Michael Burgess. Revs had their leadoff man on for just the 2nd time today against Reed in 6 innings. Mesa takes off the batting gloves. He leads off first. Hobson holding him on. Burgess gets the shift put on him again. First pitch from Reed. Fastball misses out. 1 ball and no strikes. Barnstormers lead at 3-1 over the Revs, top 6. Revs out hitting the Barnstormers in this one. But Reed has scattered those 5 hits. Now the pitch, Burgess, big cut at the fastball up in the zone. He misses 1-1. Burgess tied up the game in the 4th inning yesterday. Made it a 1-1 game. Revs eventually left the bases loaded in that inning, which hurt a lot because they didn't capitalize on a big inning against this Barnstormer team that just doesn't quit. Burgess takes high. It's 2-1. Yesterday, another back-and-forth game in this series. It's been the trend of the series. One team scores, the other team comes back and puts a run or two on the board and keeps going throughout. We've had 2 extra inning games of the 3 so far. Right now, the Revs trailing in the 4th game of the series. Series split would be huge after all that's gone down these past few days here in Lancaster. Burgess, big cut at a fastball, comes up empty. Well, according to Buzz Albert, he fouled it into the glove of Castile. Either way, the count's 2-2. It's Melky Mesa over at first base, reached on a fielder's choice. Burgess at the plate. He is the tying run. We know he can tie it with 1 swing. Castile sets up outside. Here's the pitch. Fastball high and away, and Burgess goes down on strikes. 8 punch-outs in the game for Nate Reed. Burgess has now struck out swinging each of his last 2 times up. He's 0 for 3. Here's Ryan Dent, who doubled in the first inning. The only extra, second inning, his first time up. Only extra base hit of the day for the Revs. Lined out to center his last time. Two outs and a man on first. Dent steps in, open stance. First pitch swinging, laces one down the line in left. It has a chance if it's fair, but it's a foul ball. It had home run distance onto the grassy berm out in left field, but just hooked it foul. Dent, who's had success swinging at the first pitch this year, specifically against Lancaster, just missed a home run. Swung at the first pitch on the double earlier today. Had a 3-run go-ahead homer on the first pitch he saw on opening night off Joe Gardner in the 4th inning of that game. And he swings through the second pitch, it's 0-2. So when Dent swings early in the count and stays aggressive, it's paid off for him. He gave that one a ride. The ball's in 2 strikes to count. Man on first, 2 outs. Barnstormers lead at 3-1. Pitch from Reed. Swing and a miss. Change up in the dirt. Dent will run to first. Castile picks it up, throws the first in time. A strikeout and a 2-3 putout. 9 strikeouts in the game for Reed. He strikes out 2 in the inning. And the Revs get nothing. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. The Barnstormers still holding their 3-1 lead.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee.
Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC. 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia. NMLS ID 2925. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Equal housing lender.
I'm a chef. Pleasing my patrons' palates is paradise. But lately, when I hear a cheer from the dining room, it's Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Sure, it could be my veggie lasagna, but chances are it's customers picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and you can enjoy it as an appetizer or a main course. Hey, everything tastes better with winning. Keno, it's here. Played at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Well, first pitch of the inning that Blake Galen sees from Robert Carson. He deposits over everything in right field, a solo homer. The Barnstormers now lead at 4-1. Blake Galen, towering shot on the first pitch he sees. Got a fastball up in the zone. Didn't waste any time putting that one over the wall. His 15th homer of the year. He now has 55 RBIs. Carson serves up his 3rd homer of the season, 11th extra base hit against him. Barnstormers now lead it by 3. Well, I guess for our fans listening at home, it's better that I didn't get to call that homer for them. The music took a little bit long with the commercials to come back on, but it is Galen hitting a first pitch homer in the inning. It's 4-1 Lancaster now. Ryan Castile, the catcher, up to bat now. Carson does get ahead of him, 0-1. Carson, only one run of support for him today. He's given up 4. A fly ball into center, Spoon's there. Makes the catch on the sinking liner. 1 out in the inning.
Number 21, the designated hitter, Trayvon.
Brings up Trayvon Robinson. Robinson getting the day off from the field. He's DHing today. Grant Desmay playing left for him. But he does remain in the lineup. Robinson has reached base safely twice today. Carson has not retired him. Single, a run, and a stolen base on a run in the second inning. And he pops the first pitch up and sends it out of play behind home plate. Robinson walked his last time up, but was eventually picked off by Carson. No balls and 1 strike. 4-1 lead for Lancaster, bottom 6. They've added another run in the inning on the Galen solo homer. Barnstormers got a walk-off home run from Nate Coronado last night. Rico Noel homered in Game 2 of the doubleheader the night before, and now the Galen solo shot here. 3 homers for them in the series. That fastball misses inside to Robinson. It's 1-2. Carson has only lost 1 start this year, and it came in a complete game 6-inning rain-shortened loss on the 4th of July to the Skeeters. A 1-2 pitch misses down and away. It's 2-2. Carson started the Atlantic League All-Star game on July 11th, worked an inning in that game. His last start, he won 5 innings, just 1 run allowed, scattered 8 hits, struck out 4, and walked just 1 against Long Island. A different story here today. First, this one's grounded past Cuevas at third base. Just past him, he tried to catch that one on the forehand going to his left, but came up empty. So another base hit for Robinson. He's now reached base safely all 3 times up today, 2 for 2. With a pair of singles. Brings up Casey Hobson. 1 out in the inning. Robert Carson still working. Some action down in the Revs bullpen. A couple guys standing. Nobody throwing just yet. Move to first. Nothing doing. No action in the Stormers bullpen. Nate Reed is cruising. He has 9 strikeouts through 6 innings. Carson to the plate. The first pitch to Hobson misses off the plate, 1-0. Reed has struck a batter out in every inning, at least 1 in every frame against the Revs. They only have 5 hits against him. Meanwhile, the Barnstormers 6 hits. They have 4 runs. They lead at 4-1. Pitch, Hobson swings and misses at a changeup low and away. It's 1-1. The man on first is Robinson. He walked. Another slowly moving game here in Lancaster, although this one not nearly the slow pace that it was on last night. A chopper off the end of the bat out to second. Casilla will go to second for 1, but he doesn't get any. Throw short hops Ryan Dent at second. Nobody's covering third base. Ball gets away into shallow left. And Trayvon Robinson gets to third base standing. Didn't think Casilla had a play at second. He elected to go there anyway. Try to get the lead runner, but it did not work out. See what they score that play. And they do give it an error on the play to Casilla. Fielder's choice E4, it looks like it'll be. First error of the game for the Revs. First and third situation now for the Barnstormers. And just 1 out in the inning. So fielder's choice E4, the play. Now the Revs will bring the infield about halfway on the left side. First pitch swinging, Desmay comes up empty. It's 0-1. So at the least, the Revs should have probably gotten one out of that, but they get none. Runners at the corners. One down. Desmay shows bunt, pulls back to take a strike. And it's 0-2. Carson's still out there. This is his inning. No one warming up. Look over at first. Comes set. And the pitch. Desmay laces one at third. Cuevas dives for the bag at third. Not in time to double up Robinson, but that is a big out, number 2. Cuevas snares it. Low liner at third. Not hit too hard. Desmay is retired. Trayvon Robinson got off the bag a little bit at third, but by the time Cuevas could dive back into third, Robinson was there. A heck of an effort, though, from Jose. Well, here's Nate Coronado, who was a huge pest last night. Hit the walk-off homer, had 2 other hits. Was not even supposed to play in the game. Was inserted into the lineup late because Rico Noel was scratched. Well, he's back in there again today, playing third base. Paul Fletcher out for a chat with Cruz and Carson on the mound. A quick chat. Fletch will head back to the dugout. So 2 outs in the inning for Carson. Runners still at the corners. Robinson at third, Hobson at first. Well, here's Coronado, the right-handed hitter. Lined out to Spoon, who made a diving grab in center his first time up, then grounded to short his last time. First pitch he sees, a blooper into shallow right field. That gets over Casillas' head and down for a base hit. Jared Mitchell couldn't get to it in time either. He was deep. An RBI 2-out single for Nate Coronado. It's now a 5-1 lead for Lancaster. Things just not going the Revs' way in this series. That will be an unearned run after the error to Casilla. Blooper that just gets over the head of Casilla in front of Mitchell. 2 runs in the inning for the Barnstormers. And the line keeps moving for the 9-hitter Carlos Garcia. Garcia 1 for 2, flew out to center his last time up. Now Carson to the plate. First pitch to Garcia. Ground ball down the third base line. A fair ball past Cuevas into the Revs bullpen. A fair ball. 1 run is in. Ross Peoples waving home Coronado. Here's the throw home. Carson cuts it off. 2 more runs in for the Barnstormers. Jose Cuevas trouble with that ball down the third base line. It was close. Thought that one might have been foul. Called fair. Garcia has a 2-out, 2 RBI double. This one getting out of hand. It's now 7-1 Barnstormers. Robert Carson not getting much help defensively. There have been 3 balls hit Jose Cuevas' way today that you would maybe expect him to make the play on. Probably 2 of them. 1, maybe even so, could have made the play on 1 of those there. That one, you expect Cuevas to grab and keep it in the infield at least. But he does not. Carlos Garcia now 2 hits and 3 RBIs in the game. 4 runs in the inning for Lancaster. Back to the top for Sanford. Check swing, appeal. No appeal. It's a strike called by Buzz Albert. They say he went around. Carson's allowed a 3-run inning and now a 4-run inning, but all 4 of these runs are unearned. At least that is what it looks like it'll be. Sanford swings through a fastball. 7 runs on 8 hits for the Barnstormers. Plenty of run support for Nate Reed to work with. He'll come back out for the 7th. Carson deals. That one's chopped foul, and the count remains 0-2 on Sanford. A solo homer to lead off the inning from Galen. So that run is earned. The last 3 runs that scored are unearned. Carson got the second out the inning before any more runs scored after the homer, but has since allowed 3. Now the 0-2 swing and miss, fastball high and away. Sanford throws his bat. He's upset, but his team leads it by 6 after 6 full. It's the Barnstormers 7 and the Revs 1. Darrell Henry's going to take back over on the play-by-play in the top of the 7th. See what the Revs can do down 6.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland offers a variety of lesson plans for every budget. Owner Carmen Fusco has 38 years of Major League Baseball experience, and our staff is made up entirely of professional instructors, including Carmen Fusco, Sam Knott, TJ Cronenberger, and Lisa Baker. We offer one-on-one private instruction, camps and clinics, and year-round travel ball programs focused on developing the player. We differ from other facilities because we offer professional instruction with Major League Baseball techniques. We also provide free college placement for our athletes. Conveniently located off I-83 between Harrisburg and York, check out Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland, and go online to fuscoprobaseball.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio. WOYK 1350, baby.
Head of the 7th, been a tough one. 7-1 Lancaster's opened the lead. 3 of those on Carson last inning unearned. The Revs in a big hole. Jose Cuevas to lead off. First pitch from Reed, who's still in. It's a curveball down low. The Cuevas, Cruz, Witherspoon trying to solve Reed, who's been excellent. He deals, and it misses high. 2 balls, no strikes. Nate Reed through 6 has given up 1 run on 5 hits. The pitch, it's high, 3-0. He's walked 1 and has struck out 9. Struck out the side in the 3rd, the final 2 last inning, the 3-0 to Cuevas. It is just up and in, and he's got a leadoff walk. Reed looking in perplexed. But a leadoff base runner to start the 7th. Well, I was trying to be a hero for the booth and do the food delivery during Michael's innings, but all the kids on camp day, all the groups were in line at the same time and stood there for 2 whole innings and didn't move. So now Michael is off in search of our lunches. Here's Luis Cruz. First pitch breaking ball is in for a strike. Cruz 1 for 2. RBI single back in the 2nd. The Revs' only run of the day. 2-out bouncer through the left side that brought home Den after a double. It's the 0-1 breaking ball. It just missed away. Reed's going to be bewildered again as to where he missed. He's got Buzz Albert fooled this inning. Lancaster's got a lefty up throwing. Revs do as well. Mike McGee make his Revs debut. Here's a swing and a miss. Fastball up, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just saw where tonight the Road Warriors will play a home game. There's the pitch to Cruz, swinging a foul back off the net. Sugarland, who's already in the playoffs, they have seeded the finale of their home series as the home team. Road Warriors will play as the home team. Skeeters have won 6 in a row. Road Warriors 0-9 in the half. Pitch to Cruz, slapped in the ground to second, right at Garcia. Shovels over to Bortnick across the bag, and the shortstop turns the double play. 4-6-3. Base is empty with 2 outs. We'll see if that makes a difference for the Road Warriors tonight. I don't know what that's going to do to point streak. It might make the whole program crash, but hopefully they can figure out that part of it. Here's Travis Witherspoon, who's grounded out and walked. I really thought that maybe Somerset did that for the Road Warriors several years ago. It's a changeup swung on and missed, but Skeeters are saying that it's the first time it's ever happened. Who knows? There's the 0-1. And that misses in the dirt, a changeup. I doubt Somerset would do that. I thought I remembered back in like 07, somebody let the Road Warriors play at home. There's a called strike on Witherspoon, 1-2 now. He is the K-man today, as you can tell as your ears bleed. Here's the pitch, and he swings and loops a foul over toward the first base dugout. Reed really tied him up in the fist there, but stays alive on it. 7-1 Lancaster here in the 7th inning. Reed will try it again. Pitch is up high, 2-2. Mike McGee standing, chatting with Tyler Clark in the Revs bullpen. He will make his debut in the bottom half of the inning. There's the 2-2. Breaking ball, tipped foul over toward the Revs' third base dugout. Barnstormers 2 big innings, 3 in the 2nd, 4 in the 6th. And not a great defensive day for the Revs. Only 1 error, but some other plays that maybe could have been made. Pitch to Spoon, swing and a miss, and they can have their slushy. Breaking ball, foul tipped into the mitt. He tried to at least get a piece and foul off another one, but came up empty. Reed with his 10th strikeout of the day. Stretch time in Lancaster. Barnstormers lead 7-1.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 7th, left-hander Mike McGee makes his Revs debut. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. 7-1, Barnstormers up. McGee wearing number 9 with the Revs and was signed yesterday. He'll make his debut here this afternoon. 6'1 lefty from Philly. He had been in the Reds organization previously. 25 years old. The Revs were looking for another lefty in the bullpen after Pat McCoy decided to leave. He didn't like the idea of starting any longer, including a potential spot start in Game 2 of the doubleheader Tuesday, so he's now with Sugarland. There's Tyler Bortnick leading off the home 7th. First pitch from McGee is in for a strike. At 105 miles an hour, what a debut. Bortnick 0 for 3 today. That radar gun is something else here.
Comes out here throwing smoke, I like it.
The 0-1 and a breaking ball. Bortnick tried to check, but when McGee's got a really quick delivery, comes right at you with it. You don't have much time to get comfortable. Showed a pretty good breaking ball there. Now set, and Bortnick trying to disrupt his rhythm, calls time. Bortnick, Galen, and Castile up this inning. McGee thrown into the fire. There's the 0-2, and a breaking ball away. Well, Michael, you got to play hero and get the food. Thank you.
Yep, yeah, we're just taking turns here this series. Well, the middle innings are tough, I know that.
I tried. McGee kicks, fires, and it misses down and in, 2-2. I didn't see any of the game for 2 innings. I saw the back of the same heads.
Yeah.
McGee's set, the 2-2. And a swing and a floating pop-up toward the middle. At second, Casillas there, and he will squeeze it with the shades on. 1 down. McGee retires his first batter faced in a Revs uniform.
Good start to his team debut. Getting in on the hands of Bortnick right there. And to have another lefty in the bullpen is big for the Revs. It gives them a lot more options late in games, in the middle of games. Do more situational stuff.
Here's Galen, who's 1 for 3 with his 15th home run. First pitch breaking ball, that's a strike. Solo homer last inning. McGee went to Buffalo State. SUNY Buffalo, State University of New York, Buffalo. 0-1, and that's over for a strike. He continues to deal the off speed. Looks like he's got good command of it. He's ready. And the 0-2, fastball fouled back, got in on Galen's hands there. Coming off those back-to-back hooks, fastball right in on the hands. All he could do was foul it off. McGee shakes off once, ready. And fires, misses down and away, 1-2. Revs back home tomorrow night. And Sugarland opening a 6-game, 7-day homestand. The 1-2, and a swing and a fly ball deep right again. Mitchell back, looking up, it carries out of here. Blake Galen's second home run of the day. And what a welcome to Clipper Magazine Stadium, unfortunately, for Mike McGee. Breaking ball down, Galen just reached down, flicked the wrist, and it travels 300 feet. And that's good enough for his 16th home run of the year, 8-1.
You know, it's like a wiffle ball stadium out in the right. I mean, you get it up in the wind here, you just get it up in the air, period, and it'll go.
It's ridiculous. Here's Ryan Castile. welcome to this place. First pitch from McGee is over for a strike. Now, that's like McGee's indoctrination to the league. Everybody has to do it. 0-1, and a changeup in the dirt on Castile.
Only fitting, I guess.
Castile 1 for 3, a double and a run scored today. I mentioned tomorrow night back home, Severino against James Russell. There's a fastball high that skips off the end of Cruz's mitt. Tomorrow, Girl Scout night. Pre-game Girl Scout parade. We'll have a post-game movie on the big screen. Camp out in the outfield. Also, photo station, caricaturist. It's the 2-1. Fastball a little low. Instax Mini 9 camera giveaway. Tomorrow night, so one of our great theme nights every year. Tomorrow night belongs to the Girl Scouts. The 3-1, and that's just inside as Castile heads to first base, a walk. Saturday night, a huge night. Mitch Atkins against Yaltomo Kubo, who had pitched in Japan and has just been signed by Sugarland. Post-game fireworks, it's Youth Football and Spirit Night presented by UPMC Pinnacle. Appearance and autographs by former Raven and Super Bowl standout Jamal Lewis.
That'll be a good time. That's been a much hyped up event.
First pitch here to Trayvon is grounded to short. Den up with it, shovels to second, turn to first. That ends the inning, 6-4-3. We'll tell you more about the upcoming weekend as we go to the 8th. McGee finishes the inning with the double play. Galen does flick another home run out to right. 1 run, 1 hit. Nobody left. Going to the 8th. It's 8-1 Lancaster.
Has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs down 8-1 as we head to the 8th inning. Left-hander Jared Lakin is the new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Nate Reed was on his game. 7 innings, 1 run on 5 hits. He walked 2, struck out 10. 116 pitches in his 7 innings. Double-digit strikeouts for him today. And he now has 306 in his Lancaster career, second most all-time. 19 away from tying Ross Peoples for their all-time record. Jared Mitchell is up first to face Lakin. The first pitch from the next lefty in the game, a breaking ball that he dumps in for a strike. Mitchell 3 at-bats, 3 strikeouts. Casilla and Tejeda will follow.
as the 8th inning is underway. Lakin from the belt delivers and misses high with it. We were mentioning the Revs back home this weekend. Saturday, a fireworks night, youth football and spirit night, presented by UPMC Pinnacle. Jamal Lewis making the appearance, and autographs from him. Visit YorkRevolution.com to see how you can get in on that. Here's Mitchell lining one other way, base hit. Over toward the line, Desmay will backhand and fire into second base. Mitchell is in the hit column. He had been struck out all 3 times by Nate Reed previously, but greets Lakin with a hard rip the other way. And that'll bring up Alexi Casilla, who today is 1 for 3. Also Saturday night, pregame punt, pass, and kick competition. Sunday at 1 o'clock, crab feast in the home run patio catered by Captain Bob's Crabs. Pitch to Casilla, it's down low. It is also Pie Appreciation Day. Use the promo code PI722, which is the date, July 22nd, to get a field box ticket for just $3.14. Here's a swing and a tapper softly off the plate. Lakin off toward the third base side. His throw to first pulls Hobson well off the bag. And Casilla is safe on the swinging bunt, first and second with nobody out. Lakin was on it, over to the third base side, and he stopped, turned, made the throw, which probably would have gotten him had it been accurate, but it was not accurate. He'll be charged with the error. First and second with nobody out, and Tejeda will dig in. Tejeda 1 for 3 on the day. So Sunday, $3.14 if you use that promo code for PI Appreciation Day. Here's a fastball in for a strike. It's also a $1 dog day courtesy of Hatfield Quality Meats. Sunday Fun Day presented by Wise Markets. Get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com. 717-801 hits and the Revs ticket office. 0-1 to Tejeda, and he grounds it left side, a base hit on through, sending Mitchell around third. The throw in from Desmay will be cut off. It's 8-2, and Isaias with his second hit of the day. He's now driven in a run in all 3 games with York. He's got 4 ribbies total in his first 3.
And it's a shame this game got out of hand the way it did over the last couple innings. Because this is a 3-1 game going into that 6th inning. And now that run, it still could make a difference. The Revs could string some hits together. Still no outs in the inning, but it's good to see Tejeda helping the cause out there, and of course Mitchell getting on the leadoff hit.
Now Melky Mesa, 1 for 3. And Lakin the pitch. It is down and in. Lakin last night faced 1 hitter, did not record an out. It was a walk to Burgess. As we do see the lefty work for a second straight game. Now the 1-0, and that's a called strike in at the knees. I know our video froze again, and I think it's spotty internet over here. So we'll reset that for you in between innings again if you're watching on YouTube. Apologies for that. Pitch to Mesa, try to check a breaking ball down low, 1-2. Lakin 1-2, 3.24 ERA in 26 outings. Lefty home with it. Inside, Mesa dances back. Also on Sunday, they've rescheduled that post-game candy drop. 5,000 plus pieces of candy. They ultimately weren't able to do it last Sunday due to pop-up storms at the takeoff site. 2-2, And a chopper left side. That is through into left field. And Casilla being sent. Desmay the throw. It is off the mark. And Alexi scores standing 8-3. Still no outs. As Melky Mesa chops one through. Bortnick went ranging to his right. Couldn't get to it. An aggressive send from Polo, but Casillas scores on it. 8-3 the score. Barnstormers will scramble for some bullpen activity, and Ross Peoples will bide some time with a visit.
Not over yet, and you got to give this Revs lineup credit for not quitting. A lot can happen over these next two frames. The Revs stringing hits together. That's what you need, a rally. That's all it takes is the leadoff man on. A circumstance like that error to help keep the inning going, and then some hits. And there were guys in this lineup that were due, and it's right there. It's all about just getting to the reliever after the starter who dominated you all day finds his way out of the game.
Still no outs.
First baseman Michael Burgess.
Now here's Burgess, who's 0 for 3. Burgess walked against Lakin last night. Lakin was brought in to face him, could not get him. Now submarine righty Garrett Granite's loosening. And the first pitch, breaking ball, it's a called strike. It's only the 8th. Revs don't have to come all the way back this inning, but they're a run and one more base runner away from bringing the tying run up. First and second, no outs, 2 runs home. 0-1, and a swing and a foul the other way and left, out of play. Nothing in 2 the count. Now Lakin the stretch. And the pitch to Burgess, a swing and a miss. He got him with a high fastball, and he desperately needed his first out of the inning. He got it. A little redemption for Lakin after walking Burgess last night.
Still a few more right-handers to go in this lineup after the lefty Burgess, and that bodes well for the Revs against the lefty Lakin. Dent sees lefties really well, and he's been swinging a good bat in this series. Hopefully he can keep things going.
Dent today 1 for 3, a double and a run. First pitch, breaking ball, hooks in for a strike. Lakin originally signed with the Pirates as a first baseman. Really struggled to hit at the lower levels. They moved him to the mound during his 4th pro season. 0-1, and a foul tip back to the netting. Got to Double-A as a pitcher, did have an invitation to Major League spring training last year. A little bit of time in the Marlins system last year as well. Now he's ready. 0-2 to Dent, and that's very high. Lefty from Cypress, Texas. 23rd round pick of the Pirates in 2010. Also spent time working at his family's ice cream shop. He'll fit in well over here. It's the 1-2. And a called third strike. Backdoor slider freezes Dent. 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Revs had the first 4 reached, but Lakin now trying to right the ship has struck out the last 2.
I thought that one may have been a little high and outside. I mean, that's really the an umpire's call right there. Hopefully it doesn't impact the inning too much.
Here's Cuevas. First pitch swinging, he fouls it back. Revs down 8-3 here in the 8th. 2 runs home this inning. Trying to mount a comeback late. Revs 6-7 against the Barnstormers after the loss last night. They have to finish tied, by the way, to keep the cup, having won it last year. Lancaster would have to win the series outright. to drink out of it. I mean, to keep it. There's the 0-1, and it misses down and away. Had to fix the handle 1 year after Lancaster had it. I wonder what they did to it.
Yeah, who knows? Carelessness.
Stretch, the 1-1, and a foul tip into the backstop, straight back. Now Lakin trying to wiggle out of the inning without any further damage. Back-to-back strikeouts, now ahead on Cuevas. A ball and 2 strikes. He nods yes to his sign. He's ready. Delivers. And a breaking ball low and away. 2-2. Well, this was a big series. Revs will host the Barnstormers for 4 in a month, a little over a month. The Skeeters portion of the schedule coming up looms large, very large. 2-2, and that misses down and away, a breaking ball. Both runners will be on the move now, full count and 2 outs. Beginning tomorrow night, Revs will play 10 of their next 13 against Sugar Land. And again, all these division games early and a half. Hopefully can make some headway. 3-2, and a swing and a fly ball, hit well and left. Desmay back, carrying it over his head, going all the way back to the wall. Both runs are gonna score, and Cuevas pulls into second, a stand-up 2-run double, and it's 8-5. It just kept carrying. Desmay got a late start, drifting back, and over his head it went. And Cuevas has the Revs right back in this thing. A 4-run inning of their own. And it's an 8-5 game, and here comes Ross Peoples to call on Garrett Granitz.
That's big right there. Jose able to drive one, and a lot of balls that are hit out to left field in this park just die, but the wind, which has since gone down, it was blowing out that way earlier, but with no wind, that ball is able to carry a little bit. Desmay didn't read it well off the bat, and the Revs are putting together a really solid inning here, and it's the theme of the series. The team that gets down isn't out of it. They just put together a nice inning. The other team doesn't get a shutdown frame. Revs proving they can get to this Barnstormers bullpen.
Well, Granitz will come in. Cruz will be the hitter. 8-5 our score here in the 8th. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
The tying run is now on deck. Not that they have to come all the way back this inning. It's the 8th. Revs have put up 4, though. And Luis Cruz digs in. They're down 8-5. Cuevas at second. Granite's the Submariner deals, and Cruz bloops it right center. That's in. Cuevas around third to score, and it's 8-6. As Cruz greets Granites on the first pitch. It's a 2-run game, a 5-run inning, and the tying run will come to the plate before the 8th inning is over.
This has been an awesome rally. Hit after hit, and sometimes you don't need that big home run because sometimes that'll kill a rally. When you can string single, double, single, single together, that's when you really start to make things happen. The air in the inning definitely helped, but the Revs have been on the other side of that before, so you got to take advantage of when it happens in your fortune.
Now here's Witherspoon, 8-6. First pitch sinks down and in. Cruz's second RBI hit of the day. Witherspoon today 0 for 2 with a walk. Pitch to him, breaking ball low as Castile drops down to block it. Well, Spoon ought to be taking at least one strike here. The lefty, Jared Mitchell, waiting on deck. Lancaster does not have a lefty getting ready for him. Here's the 2-0. It is a generous outside strike call. 2-1 the count.
Spoon can find a way on here, get Jared Mitchell, the lefty, up against the side-arming righty. Be a good matchup, and just got to keep it moving.
Pitch to him, he swings, grounds it sharply to short. Bortnick up with it though, to his left, and he flips to second to end the inning. Inning-ending fielder's choice, Bortnick there to his left, but the Revs score 5 times in the 8th, and they are right back in it. 5 hits in the inning, 1 error, and 1 man left. Now we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's now Lancaster 8, York 6.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Neighbors not so neighborly anymore? Sick of the size of your current home? Is renting feeling like a relentless waste of money? Agent Adam knows the feeling. With a 100% contract-to-close track record, Agent Adam and Housebroker Realty will sell your home quickly and help you buyers explore new home ownership with confidence. Go to agentadamsells.com or call 717-757-9999 and ask for Agent Adam personally. That's agentadamsells.com or 717-757-9999.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Well, the Revs are right back in it. Still some work to do with the 9th inning ahead. Matt Reynolds getting loose for a 3rd consecutive day. The Revs within 2, it's 8-6. Casey Hobson leads off. Mike McGee stays in, misses up and away on his first pitch. Hobson, Desmay, and Coronado coming up. 1-0, and that misses high. Hobson is 1 for 3. RBI single back in the 2nd inning. So a steal and a couple of runs scored. A delayed double steal he was a part of. The 2-0 swings and lines it to right, but Mitchell is there and tiptoeing over toward the line. He will squeeze it. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Revs in the 9th will have the top of the order due up against Reynolds, and here comes Mays. He had Luke Westfall getting ready. Gave McGee one more hitter, so it's not a left-left thing that he's doing here, going to Westfall again, but they'll make the move. A pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Westfall in to face Desmay with the bases empty, 1 out. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Revs down 8-6 in the 8th. Back in a moment.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running.
Flying feet.
Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Now Luke Westfall's number is called next. As he comes on after Mike McGee went an inning and a third, 1 run allowed on the Galen flick of the wrist home run. Now Westfall will face Desmay and Coronado. Might be a case of now that the game's close, bring in a guy that's been in so many of these close games with York. McGee only making his team debut today. Desmay will bat. He is 0 for 3. In the Revs' comeback last inning, our Jimmy John's delivery of the game, the 2-run double from Cuevas. Jimmy John's will deliver to your entire office, now delivering from 3 locations in York, 970 Loucks Road, 2058 South Queen Street, and 150 Memory Lane. Jimmy John's were fresh and fast meat. As Desmay greets Westfall with a swing, he lines a foul into the Lancaster bullpen in right. No balls, 1 strike. Again, the top of the order for the Revs in the 9th against Reynolds. Now Westfall with the pitch. Half swing, he fooled Desmay on a slider. He went around on it. Ball that Cruz couldn't even catch. It was so far inside, but Desmay was fooled. 0-2. Westfall sets, fires, and misses in the dirt. That's blocked away by Cruz. Michael, you see the group of campers leaving in left field?
I do.
They're the ones that I couldn't get around for.
That's a big group right there.
Sessions, yeah.
They got to have a better system for those campers. Bring the food to them.
Ooh.
Or send them up in small packs.
Now you're thinking. 1-2.
I'm always thinking.
Misses in the dirt. No doubt about that.
Because sending a pack of 30 kids up to a concession stand with probably, 3 or 4 workers doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
It did not go well.
Bring your own food to the game. That's what I do.
Pitch is swung on, lofted in the air, shallow left. Mesa coming in. Now angling toward the line. He's got it. Shades on out there in left field. 2 down. And Westfall will face Nate Coronado, trying to get this game to the 9th with York within 2 runs.
Westfall doing a good job coming in, getting the first batter. Getting ahead 0-2 is huge. And just a lazy fly ball.
Coronado a hero last night. Today he's 1 for 3 with an RBI bloop hit in the 6th. Lancaster had 4 in that inning. Revs 5 in the 8th within 2. Westfall the pitch. Breaking ball, swinging a foul tip. As that skips up along the third base line, and they will let it roll. Cruz then kicks it over to the Revs dugout. I thought initially it glanced off his gear first, but evidently not. That ball was rolling and had to be touched foul.
I thought it was going to roll back fair for a second. I thought they were going to let it roll a little bit more because Coronado didn't run out of the box.
1 strike on him. Westfall nods yes to Cruz. The pitch, swing and a miss, chasing a slider in the dirt. He has not been able to lay off that from Luke. It's 0-2. By the way, Carson today, 6 innings, 7 runs, 4 were earned, 3 of those were unearned. Revs trying to come back for him. Westfall has the sign. There's the pitch, and a swing and a jam shot looper foul. Burgess back! Oh, what a play! Michael Burgess on a dead sprint back from first base toward the Lancaster bullpen, running as hard as he could, and then just flung the glove upward, and into the pocket it went. A great over-the-shoulder running grab on a jam shot bloop. And it's a 1-2-3 8th inning. That's a great way to get the hitters back to the plate, making a play like that. We're going to the 9th. Revs down 2, it's 8-6.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
If you are facing retirement decisions, Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group can develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, we will guide you on Social Security benefits, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, pension choices, and distribution options. We can explain employer benefit plans and retirement systems such as PESERS and TIA-CREF. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great tasting family tradition.
Go to the 9th. Matt Reynolds ready. Mitchell leads off. First pitch breaking ball. It's a called strike. Top of the order for the Revs, down 8-6. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Revs took the lead off Reynolds 2 nights ago. The 0-1 and a swing and a miss. Breaking ball there. Last night he worked the 10th inning, 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts. Retired both hitters that took him yard the night before. So he's been in all 3 days in this series. The 0-2, and it's in the dirt. Mitchell started the 5-run 8th with a base hit, scored the first of the 5. Struck out his first 3 times today. He's 1 for 4. Trying to get on to start the 9th. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball slipped up high, 2-2. Reynolds left looking at his fingertips after that release.
No surprise that Mitchell's seen 4 breaking balls in a row. Tough lefty matchup for Jared. Although he had a great at-bat against Lakin. Revs just need to keep that good offensive vibe going.
2-2. Strike 3 called. Fastball in the outside corner. And Reynolds disposes Mitchell to begin the ninth. One away.
Well, that's there. It is. Mitchell just frozen on that pitch. He comes back fastball after 4 straight breaking balls. And that'll get a hitter out of a rhythm when he's expecting or at least looking for that slider away, and ends up being the hard stuff.
Well, now Alexi, who's 1 for 4 with a run scored. Reynolds the pitch. He tries to bunt his way on and hits it in the air, foul down by the camera at the end of the first base dugout. Reynolds 16 for 19 in saves, 0-1 with a 3.30 ERA and 31 outings. 16 saves is second in the league behind Sugarland's Felipe Paulino with 19. Pitch is outside. And Alexi trying to check Derek Moshe at first, said that he went on it. Unable to hold up, 0-2. Tejeda is on deck. There's the stretch from Reynolds, the pitch, and it misses in the dirt, 1-2. Revs down 8-6 here in the top of the ninth inning. There's the 1-2, and that misses high. Casilla has yet to face Reynolds in this series. Now the 2-2, and a swing and a miss. Got him on a fastball away. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the ninth inning, both on strikeouts. And Tejeda will not represent the tying run. He's got to try to get on base to keep the game alive.
Anyway, anyhow, right now, this is one of the guys you want at the plate. Tejeda has done so much in just 3 games since rejoining the club. Seems to just find the holes when he's up there. Work the count, really make the pitcher work, and it's worked out so far. We'll see if he can keep this thing going.
2 for 4 today, RBI and a run. Mesa on deck, first pitch breaking ball, it's a called strike. A tight slider from Reynolds. He did strike out Tejeda looking in last night's game in the 10th inning. Revs down to their final out after a big 8th inning rally. Made the Barnstormers hear footsteps. The pitch, a swing and a cue ball foul to the right of home plate. And now the comeback bid is down to its final strike. 0-2 with 2 outs in the 9th. The board says noise. The kids that are still here provide that.
Got to sit breaking ball, but expect that fastball too.
And Tejeda will try to disrupt the rhythm and call time. Now back in there. Reynolds looks, he's ready. The 0-2, it is outside. That was a great time call from Tejeda. Disrupt the rhythm, and then the fans were not able to make the noise again for that pitch. Here's the 1-2, and a swing and a fly ball struck well. Deep left center, Desmay back. It is off the wall. And Tejeda heading to second. He's in with a double. His 3rd consecutive hit in the late innings in this one. And the tying run will come to the plate. It's not done yet. Melky Mesa will get a chance.
Just keeping it going. I mean, that's just how this entire series, literally the entire series has been. Tejeda going to the wall out there. He hit the wall. Pretty cool to see. And this team's never out of it. They really never are. The 5-run 8th is what put them in this position. Mace doing a good job managing the bullpen to get his 2 lefties to throw scoreless bottom of the 8th, and Now the tying run's up in the form of maybe the league's best hitter over the last month.
Here is Melky. First pitch. He swings and misses. Big hack, trying to tie it right there. He homered off Reynolds to the opposite field, tying the game in the final inning on Tuesday night. He was behind in the count, got a 2-strike pitch away. The 0-1, and a swing and a miss. Slider running in. He probably won't get whatever it was that he hit Tuesday night. And the Revs again are down to their final strike. 0-2 with 2 outs in the 9th, trying to make a monumental comeback. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, he fights it off, foul into the seats on the first base side. Stayed on that one. Mesa today, 2 for 4, RBI and a run. Tejeda at second, he hit the wall in left center on the fly, a 2-out double to keep it alive. Now Reynolds looks, sets, a look back, another 0-2, and it's in the dirt, blocked. Tejeda breaks for third, he'll make it with no play, sliding in. So he moves up, a wild pitch in the dirt. Castile couldn't get it to settle enough to hold Tejeda. And now 1-2 on Mesa.
One more run, 90 feet away. Now that run doesn't mean as much unless Mesa does. It doesn't mean anything unless Mesa does something here. But Melky now, at least he's seen a couple more pitches. Chance to drive in a run, get on himself.
Down 8-6. There's the stretch from Reynolds. The 1-2. Swing, and he fouls it back. Fastball there. Mesa kind of clenching his fist to himself. I don't know if he thought that was the best one he's had to hit yet. Now Diggs back in. Another 1-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. In the dirt, tag applied, and the Barnstormers win it. 8-6. As the Revs' enormous comeback bid falls short with the tying run at the plate. Matt Reynolds, his 17th save, and the Barnstormers hang on and escape this one, winning 3 out of 4, each of the final 2. And the final today, 8-6. The Revs fall back to 500 in the second half at 5-5, a disappointing series over here. And now we'll turn their attentions to the first half champs, the Sugarland Skeeters. 10 of the next 13 against Sugarland, including 3 at home, beginning in York tomorrow night. 8-6, the final score. Stay tuned, post-game show follows next.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Baseball, crabs, and a Super Bowl champion. This is Revs time. Family fun goes into extra innings at Peoples Bank Park. Saturday, July 21st, it's Youth Football and Spirit Night, presented by UPMC Pinnacle, featuring your chance to meet Baltimore Ravens running back Jamal Lewis. Plus, inside the park fireworks. Sunday, July 22nd, a Revolution game and 2-hour all-you-can-eat crab feast by Captain Bob's for just $35. Get tickets today at YorkRevolution.com.
Hey guys, is it time to get your hair in the game? Time to claim your spot! Then it's time to check in online at sportclips.com/check-in for a fresh cut, legendary hot steam towel, and massaging shampoo. Time to claim your spot! So do your hair a favor by checking in online and arrive just in time for your Sport Clips MVP haircut experience while you surround yourself with sports on TV. Get in line online at sportclips.com/check-in. Time to claim your spot!
Summer started off hot, and it's only going to get hotter at York Mitsubishi. Sales Manager Doug Sprinkle here. Our Not a Zip Zilch program was so successful last month that we're keeping it going in July, making it even better. Remember, it's all about paying zero finance charges over 72 months on new Mitsubishis, like the all-new Eclipse Cross, 7-passenger Outlander, and Outlander Sport. And just added on the Outlander and Outlander Sport an additional $1,000 in down payment assistance. Plus, no payments for 90 days. And don't forget about the great gas-sipping, best-selling Outlander PHEV plug-in hybrid, rated at an amazing 74 miles per gallon equivalent. York Mitsubishi is still giving out top dollar for all trade-ins, and we want to approve everyone for credit. More stuff for less money and almost twice the warranty of the competition. It's only at York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, York, where Mitsubishis always cost less. Come check us out at yorkmitsubishi.com.
This hour on WOYK is brought to you by Maple Donuts. Quality you can see.
Revs fall today, 8-6 is the final score. Big comeback effort falls short. Revs did score 5 in the 8th, brought the tying run to the plate in the 9th inning, but Matt Reynolds strikes out the side before and after Tejeda's 2-out double and notches his 17th save of the year. Darrell Henry back with Michael Mark Antonini as we wrap things up today. Revs now 5-5 in the second half. Lancaster goes to 4-6, one game behind York. Revs entered play today, a game back in second, and I know Mace was a bit agitated about the fact that they fell behind with last night's loss. He wanted to go wire to wire and win this second half, and they will at best be a game back when Sugar Land comes to town tomorrow night. Their game is still coming up later on this evening. Revs fall to 37 and 36 overall. And Michael, it's been a tough place to play over here. The Revs have won one game in every series. That's it. They go 3-7 at Clipper Magazine Stadium this season. They'll have 4 games against the Barnstormers at home next month. The Revs did go 3-1 at home against them to begin the season, all the way back on opening weekend. But we were looking at this series as big games. It's a disappointing trip over here, and we're certainly looking at the upcoming stretch against Sugar Land as big games. And I know there are a lot of people around the league that wish that all these division games were near the end of the half, when you would have make or break playoff races, but it seems like this year they're all crammed early in the half, and a huge stretch continues with Sugar Land coming in beginning tomorrow. Yeah, and in the middle of the second half or the end of the second half, regardless, you have to look at these games as a lot of them as must-win games. The Revs are going to have to go on a roll over the next couple weeks. I mean, make or break really in the season. Now, of course, you can always go on a run late in the second half, win the second half outright and get into the playoffs that way. But, I mean, really to do that, they're going to have a good next couple weeks. I mean, a lot against Sugar Land. You probably got to take 2 out of 3, if not sweep Sugar Land at home, because you can't count on a sweep or winning the series in a lopsided fashion with 7 in a row at their place. They play so well at home. They have that home field advantage with all the teams coming in and travel and whatnot, the heat down there. So it's going to have to be 2 out of 3 or all 3 against Sugar Land this weekend. And it's going to be tough, but Atkins, the team's #1 starter, going tomorrow. He's looking for 8 wins in a row. A few bright spots in this game with that late comeback, showing the resilience to do that. A couple guys that haven't been hitting that well came up with hits. Cruz and Cuevas, 2 RBIs each. And Isaiah Tejeda, I'm really impressed with that dude. You've seen him the last couple of years, but my first chance to see him play, and I'm loving what I see. So some positives to take away from the series, but it does hurt dropping 3 out of 4, and you just have to look to get some W's this weekend against a tough Sugar Land team. Well, our Coatman Kunkel Insurance Group player of the game, I'm going to go with Tejeda, Michael. He was 3 for 5, a double, an RBI, a run. He's got now through 3 games with York, 7 hits and 12 at-bats, and he's driven in 4, at least 1 in every game. So for today, he was their top hitter, but overall what he does to this lineup, getting him back in and seeing what he's done just in this series already.
Yeah, Tejeda's my guy, too. I think it has to be him. Luis Cruz, a solid game, though, had a 2-out RBI. Also had an RBI to give them the lead early. So good job by Cruz. He called a decent game behind home plate, but Tejeda, for me, getting that day off from behind the plate, able to focus on that swing, and is just keeping it going.
Well, we'll recap things. Revs scored first in this game, a 2-out RBI single by Luis Cruz in the second inning, but Lancaster with 3 runs in the bottom half as a couple of balls just out of the reach of Cuevas at third, a double for Castillo to lead off, then a single from Robinson. Casey Hobson hit a fly ball to right that ordinarily is caught, but in this ballpark, it hit the wall on the fly for an RBI single to tie it. He then caught everybody by surprise. A delayed steal for second. Throw went down. It was a bit off the mark. And Robinson came home from third on the double steal as a result to give them the lead. And they would score another run with 2 outs when Carlos Garcia hit a roller up the middle. Made it 3-1. Robert Carson was really good from the third, fourth, through the fifth. Faced the minimum in those innings, but Nate Reed was matching him with the goose eggs through that duration. And in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Barnstormers would blow it open. Blake Galen led off with a first pitch home run, made it 4-1. And then some 2-out trouble, a bloop RBI hit from Coronado, a 2-run double from Garcia. All of those came after an error earlier in the inning, so those final 3 runs in that 4-run 6th were unearned, but on the scoreboard they counted just the same. And then in the bottom of the 7th, Galen with his second home run of the day, taking advantage of the porch in right against Mike McGee. That made it 8-1. Nate Reed went 7, giving up 1 run on 5 hits. Walked 2, struck out 10. He was brilliant. The Revs ripped Jared Lakin around the ballpark, though, in the 8th inning. Jared Mitchell greeted him with a base hit. Casilla then reached on an error by Lakin on a throw. Tejeda took advantage with an RBI single. Mesa an RBI single. Made it 8-3, all before there was an out made. Lakin did come back to strike out the next 2 hitters, but Cuevas clobbered a 2-run double to deep left, made it 8-5. Submarine righty Garrett Granitz came in to face Luis Cruz. Cruz on Granitz's first pitch flared an RBI single to right center, made it 8-6. And all of a sudden, the Revs had the tying run at the plate, but Granitz would get Witherspoon to hit into a fielder's choice. And then in the 9th, Matt Reynolds on for the save, struck out the first 2. Tejeda doubled off the wall in left center to again bring the tying run up, but Lightning unable to strike twice for Mesa against Reynolds in this series. Homered off of him Tuesday night to tie the game, but Reynolds striking him out each of the last 2 games, and today doing so to end it as the Revs fall 8-6. Totals in this one for York: 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 7 left on. For Lancaster, 8 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and 3 left. Nate Reed the win. He's 7-3, pulls into a tie for the league lead. Robert Carson the loss, 6-4. Matt Reynolds with his 17th save. Second most in the league. Time of the game, 2 hours, 51 minutes. Played in front of 4,448 here at Clipper Magazine Stadium this morning and this afternoon. Well, the Revs will get ready for that big stretch against the Skeeters, and overall a 6-game homestand that begins tomorrow. It'll span the next 7 days. Mitch Atkins against James Russell tomorrow night. Girl Scout night with a pregame Girl Scout parade. Movie on the big screen after the game with a camp out in the outfield. We've also got a photo station planned. Caricaturist. Instax Mini 9 camera giveaway. Tickets are on sale. YorkRevolution.com. 717-801-HITS. And at the Revs ticket office. And Michael, so far early in this second half, the trend of winning a couple followed by losing a couple has continued a bit. Here they are at 5-5, and on the bright side of that, this team has avoided long skids, and they have bounced back after some really tough losses. This series was right up there with the most frustrating so far this season, but they have been a resilient bunch, and hopefully we'll see that tomorrow night.
And we haven't been around the other 7 teams in this league like we have with the Revs, but even so, I got to imagine that this Revs team has dealt with as much adversity, if not a ton more, than any other team in the league. What they've gone through, the heartbreaks they've had in games, late in games, with something even not in baseball related, that fireworks delay last night screwing things up, but the schedule's been tough on them travel-wise, even if you're just going a half hours for an 11 a.m. game today facing team's ace. It's been a tough road, it really has, but you mentioned one thing they have done is avoid the long losing skids, nothing worse than 4 games. And there hasn't been a stretch this year where you say, oh, this team is completely in the tank, this team's going nowhere. It's never been that, and they can turn around with really one game. All it takes is one game for this team to really get cooking and run off a big streak. And I got to imagine this team has 1, 2, maybe even more big streaks in them in the second half, because this is a good team. Outstanding pitching staff, and the lineup's getting even better now with the addition of Tejeda. There's a lot to look forward to over this rest of this season, and the way this league is set up, like most of minor league baseball, you win the second half, you're in. You win any half, you're in, and Revs still have a good opportunity to do that.
They do indeed, and looking forward to getting back home tomorrow night. We'll be on at 6:10 for the pregame, 6:30 first pitch. We hope you can join us then. Tonight at 6, we've got primetime edition of Keystone Kickoff presented by Neighborhood SureSave Markets, with our game being earlier in the day. Hope you can join us tomorrow. Until then, for Michael Mark Antonini in the booth with me, Daryl Henry saying so long from Clipper Magazine Stadium. Again, the final score today, it's the Barnstormers 8 and the Revs 6. Thanks a lot for listening. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Back home in York, 6:10 for the pregame, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Thank you for listening to the Atlantic League champion York Revolution on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Catch the Revs all season on York's only place for local sports. Tune in 20 minutes before first pitch for a trip to the clubhouse with player interviews and the manager Mark Mason every game. Listen throughout the day for the Revs Report, and check out WOYK1350.com for highlights and features on York's pro team. The Atlantic League champion York Revolution, all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Now we return to our regularly scheduled programming already in progress on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.